guess I just press it now. Episode 35. Let's go. You was on Nar Shaddaa. You flew and destroyed that thing. And then now you're heading to Nar Shaddaa. You had some conversations. You all shared a vision in your dream on one night's rest. A vision of your missing friend on the planet of Tatooine in some sort of arena, dangling by his legs, about to be executed in some method you are not familiar with. With your plan set, what would you like to do? I believe, had you arrived at Nar Shaddaa, or I think we were just in space on your way there.
Yeah. Do we have one more day of travel, I think?
Yeah, I think for the sake of expediency, we're 1 day out from Nar Shaddaa. You would all be feeling well rested. What would you like to do as you're getting to the final leg of this journey?
Are we all together?
If that's what you would prefer.
I mean, if we're all together, because I've sort of forgotten.
I'm sure there would be a moment where you could get everyone gathered.
What do we should do in Nar Shaddaa again? We have stuff to sell.
Yeah, it's simple.
We need to refuel and get the fuck out.
We need to refuel the ship, refuel the speeder, refuel ourselves, and sell some items. Found some things we know how to sell.
Should we divide the jobs between us, so then we can all go take a job and then back to the ship? It's make it all quicker.
Brother, yeah, I'll go to Mai, since I've got the contact with Mai. Who wants to be in charge of making sure that we get some food?
Misa could do that, but you have a recommendation of where to go? I mean, Misa could just walk the street and find.
There is the market, yeah.
We have already arranged that. Food was to be transported to the dock, and we were to have that delivered on already.
You are correct.
Oh, I don't remember that. Oh, did we? Nice.
Yeah, when we were in the cockpit, we called up a few people, and one of them was
Lalana, I believe.
Yeah, and I think we arranged to have that stuff kind of brought to the dock so we could get it on.
Yeah, you're right.
Fairly swiftly, or at least to have that process, because otherwise we're going to be. There's no way we'll carry enough in our hands.
I mean, in that case, Misa can load the ship while you go off and sell the stock.
Do you want to be in charge of getting the speeder refueled, Z?
Affirmative.
Perfect. Quick, get it out.
All right.
Misa need to be quick.
So with your plan set in motion, there are no complications that get in your way of the rest of your journey towards Nar Shaddaa. Another night cycle passes, so for those of you who still have wounds, you can heal that.
Is it one wound?
Well, you would have travelled 5 days since you were on.
So we have more wounds.
I believe it was 5 days you travelled, right?
Yeah.
It was 5. So you would have been able to heal 5 wounds, and anyone suffering from a long-lasting.
Oh, that's me.
Critical injury, you can make a roll.
Well, yes, I can I?
You can make a roll of some nature. I believe it's a medicine check. Let me double check.
Medicine?
Pretty sure it's, or it might be.
Or resilience?
It might be resilience. I can't quite recall. I'll double check the crit injury table because I think it's on there. Severity. It doesn't say which skill to use. It just says what level the check is. I think you were suffering from a hard severity one, right? It was it crippled or at the brink? It was at the brink. So you have to. It's a 3 purple dice difficulty. Let's go ahead whilst I search for that rule. Let me clear the dice pool and we'll do
Destiny.
Destiny.
Let me just do that. Make sure the dice are working. Forgot to do that. Yeah, they are working. Cool. There we go. So that should be reset for y'all to use. And I will go.
Zach, keep coming back with that 2 light. Oh,
double light.
Ooh, we've got double light, double dark, 1 dark side. and then double light. There we go. So the balance. And another double light.
I'm telling you, Bip just rolls dark. Ever since
Yeah.
he went dark side, he just rolls dark.
Could you imagine how crazy it would be if that was something I could do in secret on my side?
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that sounds like it is.
That'd be mad.
Uh-oh.
It sounds... What?
Uh-oh.
That would be crazy if that was true.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to do it if you were playing in person.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you're
just
right.
give him a dice with just dark side on it.
Loaded dice.
Okay, I'm gonna just rule it right now that you can roll a resilience check.
Resilience? Nice.
Because you're not actually doing anything medical to yourself, so medicine doesn't really check out.
Because wasn't it the way it really was? I was basically like punched in the throat, like winded, like real bad, my. So it makes sense as resilience.
Yeah, we'll call it resilience for now. And it is 3 purple dice.
Ready for me?
I am indeed. Let me just.
Yes.
There we go. Success. So yeah, you feel the severity of that effect wearing off, and I'm aware the cams have been frozen a little bit. I'm just trying to rejig my screen around so I can see everything. Yeah, you feel much more well rested. Like this 5 day, you know you've got a pretty serious job to do at the end of it all, so that like focus comes to you, and you're able to shake off that injury so that you're able to get the job done when it matters.
Stupid B1. I think he can punch me in the throat.
Well, he did punch you in the throat.
Yeah, not anymore.
It's alright, I threw it into a pit for you.
Oh yeah, you did. Shit. Rip.
All right, but you awake on that final, what would feel like morning, and you do see again that that moon of Nash. What's the planet? Nalhutta. The moon of Nalhutta, covered in cities and buildings and structures. Are you planning on landing in the same bay you used previously? I guess
if it's free.
Yeah.
That's what you arranged,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, you head similarly down. You see the looming mega structure that is hut towers. As you descend from orbit, you do spot that one kind of like balcony, and you get those memories of the battle that had occurred there. But things seem like business as usual on Nar Shaddaa. You make your way down to the docking bay, and you don't seem to have any issues landing. And as you land, you do hear the sound of docking clamps attaching. But as you venture off the ship, you see that they are not the heavy-duty black and yellow ones that you had been previously victim to here. Seems like they don't suspect your ship, as you solved that problem on your previous visit. In this room, you do see other ships docked. Some civilian, some commercial, loading and unloading various goods and crates. And you do see waiting for you on a couple of grav lifts. I'm not entirely sure how many meals you guys had ordered. I assume it was enough to get to Tatooine or Naboo.
Well, they're in the same place though, really, and they Tatooine Naboo.
Was it another 7 days? Was it? I forget.
Have you got the
I
map?
forget. Someone check the map for me. But you have enough food there. It's quite a lot of crates of food. And you know that it's going to take a lot of your ships. 5 days? All right.
5 days.
5 or 6.
5 or 6. Okay, so it's going to take you. We'll say, to be on the safe side, you've got 6 days worth of food. We'll say that this is basic rations, and it's 100 credits a day. So 600 credits for this shipment. Plus, you see these kind of like small droids with like a dome head and a single like circular eye, and they're kind of like lifting one of the crates. You guys know these to be pit droids, and like one of them trips over backwards. The one who's like walking backwards, lifting the crate towards your ship, like stumbles over, and the crate like falls on him, and you see like sparks fly as he like flattens on the ground. You guys know these droids are fucking nightmares.
Useless.
Like, I just
Idiots.
never get the job done.
I'd assumed that if I was going down the ramp to cut a greet, I'd pay the 600.
Yeah. Or did we do that already?
Did you transfer? Did I? No, we've not.
We didn't do it.
I don't remember.
I don't think we
No,
did.
we didn't do it. We only transferred money for information.
And as you guys exit the ramp, you do see in fact, Lilana is standing there, the quite short Sullustan woman, kind of just leaning against some of the crates. She looks towards you, Z. So you made it in time.
Just about. It's good to see you again.
That's it.
No, that's
Interrupt your role play,
that was the pit droids. They
Sorry.
make that noise when they get injured.
Entirely. That is entirely what that noise was.
Anyway,
It is good to see you again.
I was beginning to think you wasn't going to make it. You usually... You're a little late.
I need to keep you on your toes.
Well, as you can see, I've arranged my end of the deal.
What was our end of the deal?
You're going to pay her 600 credits.
Took will handle the credits.
I got that.
Of course. It was... don't you mean Captain Took?
Took will handle the credits.
Oh, I've already got my satisfaction. He called me captain once this week. And I'm not going to let him live that down.
Sounds like a story.
600 credits, as promised.
She takes them, quickly scans through them just to make sure they're all there. A pleasure.
Watch out, some of them are fake.
Funny. I would notice if one of them was fake. She checks again quickly, like... How many... why do you need so much food? Did you...
None of your business.
Okay, I was just curious.
Do you have any more news on our friend?
Nothing, unfortunately. Other than what I told you before, it seems like all channels on that one went dead. But I'm sure he's fine, as long as you're quick.
Yeah. I'm going to waste no time. I'll see you in a bit.
And start heading to the crates.
Alright.
I'll put my rifle on my shoulder and start heading over to the grates to help lift them in.
Yeah. If you're all joining in, it wouldn't take you super long, maybe like half an hour to get this amount of heavy crates lugged up the bench and up the ramp and into the storage. And some of Zatkin's, some of the fitter members of Zatkin's family come and help out as well.
I'm not helping.
No?
You fucking shithead.
I'm coming down and I'm leaving.
Alright,
Shit.
so...
You're more than welcome to stay here longer if you want.
During that process, Kalol makes his way down the ramp and heads out of the spaceport. Kalol, where are you heading?
I'm heading out and I'm going to get a taxi to the Nebulous task.
All right, you go to one of the allotted taxi waiting parts. They're common outside of the spaceports, and one of them comes dips out of the traffic above your head and lands there. Lets you in. Hey, buddy, where'd you want to go?
Nebulous Cask.
Ah, man, a taste. All right, you know, rejoins the traffic. Costs you 25 credits to get across town. Takes about 15 minutes instead of the 45 minutes that you would have spent walking, we'll say.
All right.
Did you hear about the shift of everything recently? How long you been off planet?
Sometime, please.
He starts telling you all about this completely, you're not sure if this is real, someone, killed a senator, and then, the Hutts got mad, and then now someone else took that senator's place, but he doesn't really know any names, and it doesn't really know the finer details, and it seems to drag on and trail off to talk about someone else. Apparently there was, a Jedi on the planet at some point, but obviously that's ridiculous.
Oh, sounds like Imperial propaganda to me.
That's what I said, but, you know, the guys at the depot, they just don't stop talking about it. And then you arrive.
How far? How far?
Yeah. It's like he doesn't stop talking, and then all of a sudden you're there. Outside of that familiar building. This is way, way closer to the Hut of Towers. The Nebulous Cask, of course, is like right on the street at the base of it. And you see a familiar Gamorrean bouncer waiting there as you approach. We'll say that you guys have arrived. It's like peak night. There's like a bit of a busy line. But he does recognize you. You see him kind of like pass you a glance, give you a bit of a nod of acknowledgement.
I'm gonna walk ahead of the line.
Nebula said you was on your way.
May I go inside?
Well, if you're looking for Nebula, you're in the wrong place. She mentioned you might not have known about her change of circumstances.
Change?
Go over to Hut of Towers. You'll find her there. In the old Senator's suite.
Thank you. I'll take out 10 credits and just give them to him. The information.
Takes him. Alright. And then you see he turns back to the line. Nah, you ain't coming in. Like, send someone away. Just carries on with his job.
I'll look to the towers.
You can see them pretty much from all angles on this planet. They loom above the streets.
Take a deep breath. Pull up the hood. Walk over the street towards it. To the front, those front doors that I remember.
Yeah, there's like a couple of... It's like through that short alleyway where you had met. Well, you'd done a few things in this alleyway.
Dirty bastard.
And then, not like that. Although I think this is where you shoved a...
This is where we beheaded a man.
You beheaded a man. And I thought this is where you put the comm link on Senator Nighthawk, but...
Oh, it's where we shoved over his ass, yeah. It is.
On the Senator Nighthawk, it was
in.
I like to ignore that part of the fact.
What?
That's the best part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true. But you can see it across the street, those large kind of like that glass facade front that leads into that large kind of like communal concierge area. Like you say, take a deep breath. You see people coming and going, business as usual.
I'm gonna head up to the... Is there a reception there?
There's not a reception. There's like a doorway with usually manned by a couple of just like security officers. But you've never... I mean, you've always kind of just walked with purpose and gotten in the past. Yeah.
Is there anywhere that looks like I could go to either find information, like a front desk, or something like that, like either I don't know, like a map of the towers, or
once you're inside,
I know where the...
You've been to the room.
Yeah, I'm actually... Do you know what? I'm just gonna go straight to the elevator and go up to that floor.
Head straight to the elevator, and it's those two kind of like glass tubes that dominate the center of this room and head up into the structure above you. And you ding the bell and you wait, and the door opens and you see a gentleman and you recognize him.
Oh no, not this guy.
Who the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, you again. I don't think I ever got your name.
Care to pay to find out?
All right, I respect your privacy. I get it. I get it. I just saw one of the coincidences that I'm heading out as you're heading in again.
Well, I tell you what, if we meet again for a third time, then perhaps then.
Sounds like a deal. He like pats you on the shoulder and just goes off on his way. You step into the lift, head up to the specific floor. I don't remember if I ever gave the floor a number. I don't think I did.
I can't remember now.
Nah, I don't fucking remember.
Nearer the top, right?
It was in the higher area. It was like a penthouse type suite because he wasn't as high as the huts here, but obviously he was under their thumb. But as you get to that floor, we'll say it's 70. You step out into that familiar kind of like long hallway with a couple of doors dotting along, and before, obviously, you know it's like the second door on the right. You remember it was always very quiet, this hallway. You do hear kind of like a little like music from somewhere.
Okay, does it get louder as I approach the doorway that would have been night up?
Yeah, you can hear the music certainly coming from inside this room.
Alright, I'll walk up and I'll kind of press the button on the door.
You see, like, almost very reminiscent of a Ring doorbell. Like, a little lens lights up, and you hear a voice. Oh, Kalal, you made it.
I did.
Come on in. And the doors open, and the music becomes much more clear, and you see inside, like, a party obviously going on, of people from all walks of, like, all aliens races. And you see like that protocol droid which you had blasted the last time you were here.
Oh god.
Has been repurposed and is now DJing for this party.
I ensure to keep my back to it.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't seem to react to your entrance at all. And you remember like this main room has like a large kind of like seating area with like a glass kind of like curved wall on the, we'll say the north side, which led out to like a balcony style area, and then that's in like the center of the room, and then above the door there's, what do they call it when there's like a balcony inside a room? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a mezzanine. There's a mezzanine. Yeah. It's like that with like a curved stair that go up, and up there you hear from the balcony above you, Kalal, I'm up here. Come on up.
I will, I guess, squeeze my way past people. If there are there, I'm guessing there's a lot. Oh, you said there's lots of people in this.
It's quite busy, yeah.
And walk up. I'll pull the hood down at this point, I guess.
Door closes behind you. You kind of squeeze through a couple of Rhodians who are like taking a shot in the like kitchen area. You head up that stairs. There's there's far fewer people up here. Just a couple lucky party goers who were allowed. And you see Nebula kind of sat in a very luxurious looking like leather, almost throne. In like a beautiful dress. She just kind of leans back. So, what do you think?
It's a little garish, don't you think?
What do you know about interior design? This is... Nope. I think you're right. I may have gone a little too far. I'm a little tetchy. I could spend a lot of credits on this place.
Should I call you Center now?
That would be very official. But yes, you should.
You found yourself a sizable position.
Well, I helped the Hutts greatly in Senator Nighthawk's horrible circumstances.
I heard. Terrible thing. Be assassinated in your own home.
Of course, and in this very room, nonetheless, it's a little eerie. Perhaps we shouldn't talk of it. It might be bad omens.
Of course.
Would you like a drink?
I'll nod my head.
She like gestures towards one of there's like two servants standing near the kind of like stairway, and one of them goes down and comes back a moment later with two Bespin fizzes.
Ah. Delicious.
To me.
Two new positions.
She drinks. come, sit with me. And she like moves over, and it's wide enough for you to sit down as well. So it's way bigger than it needs to be.
I'll scoot down and sit next to her. How many people are up here currently?
There's like a couple, but they're kind of like, you see, what's a Trandoshan before I say that? They're the...
Like the lizardy
They're the lizard blades.
Trex.
Yeah, they are. You see a Trandoshan kind of like leaning over the balcony, just like smoking something, and just kind of like watching down below. And you see like 2 Celestins and a Duros on a table on the other side of the room, just enjoying a drink and playing a game of what you assume to be Sabak, some kind of card game. They seem like they're, with the music, they're probably busy doing their own thing right now.
So, find any new responsibilities with this role?
I'm sure there are, but none of them have come knocking yet.
I think we both know that things tend to come knocking eventually.
I'm sure they will, but I'll be ready. Don't worry about me. What is it that you came?
About you.
So, Kalal, then, why is it you wish to visit? Tell me.
We are only stopping momentarily. We are on a substantial journey to the other side of the galaxy. Simply stopping for supplies, but other than being able to see you again, I was hoping to have perhaps a conversation, especially now in your wondrous position. I suppose you would be very in the know of the interior of the hut mind, shall we say. I assure you I am not here to attempt to breed disloyalty in you to your new benefactors. I simply wish to be prepared for negotiations. Members of my crew have previously run afoul of their organization, as I am very sure you are aware. And violence is... well, I never resort to violence. So I need to reboot the IG unit who has disappeared. I need something to create a dialogue, a bargain, if you will, should the need arise. And I was hoping perhaps that with your information, your contacts, you might know exactly what the Huts desire.
Make a charm check with hella blue dice, because, you know.
How much does hella define?
I'm giving you 2 blue dice for your persuasion tactics there, and mentioning the right things. Why is this doing this?
Tell me when you're ready.
Sorry, yeah, I am ready.
Okay. Oh god, watch this be awful.
Wow.
Yeah, do that.
Whoa. Big success. She sort of
No,
leans.
I don't know why I said that.
She sort of leans back in the chair and like drinks her drink for a moment. Well, you're gonna have to be a tad bit more specific. There are a lot of huts, but
Specifically, Timo.
Timo.
It is Timo, right? That is the one that we were...
Timo the Hut,
That's
yes.
the one.
Timo. From what I have managed to dig up, he's not the highest ranking of all of the Hutt Lords. Is it Moss Shitter? Moss Shooter. Perhaps the first one was a better, a more appropriate name. It's a bit of a...
They smelt that way, yes.
I think the Timo, if you don't mind me saying, he likes to trap people with gambling schemes, which is, to my understanding, what happened to your crewmate.
He was fucking cheated.
Timo doesn't like to lose at his own game, so that could be a way to best him if you could somehow rig the rigged system, but that might be a little out of possibilities now, seeing as he already has your friend.
That would seem unlikely.
I'm not sure the exact situation with Zakin, was it?
Yes.
But I do believe he is scheduled for execution, is that right?
That is correct.
So my sources were accurate.
If we fail to infiltrate with a firmer attack, shall we say, then here's surely to perish. I personally think dialogue is our strongest option, but I need backing in order to convince my associates.
I mean, of course you could just pay the debt. That would be a surefire way.
It is a little out of our financial range.
Well, how much is it?
As far as I'm aware, I believe within the hundreds of thousands. I cannot say for certain. This is secondary source.
Well, if you did have a secure figure, suppose I could lend it if you're willing to be in my debt.
And how would someone pay off such a steep price?
Well, that is the question. I'm sure there will be many jobs to perform for such a influential woman as me.
I can imagine.
But of course, that is a big commitment.
It is.
You have time to think about it. We don't have to be in person to make this deal. It's on the table.
I will consider it. I will bring it up with my crewmates to see if they will take it or not.
Good.
I've been thinking about what you said the last time that we met.
I said a lot of things.
You did. About trust. This planet, this sector, the galaxy at large is so mistrusting and full of deceitful individuals who would sell you out for a few credits. And those that you can trust are far and few between. And I do hope my trust in you is not misplaced. And so I'm going to tell you something. I'm not sure what information will come out. Do you recall the information that I gave to you before?
That's not something you forget easily. I've been thinking what exactly to do with that information.
Well, perhaps this will aid you in your decision. The Empire are mere moments away from destroying the rebellion.
How could you possibly know this?
Because we witnessed the destruction in the Yavin system. A massive structure, I'm sure you have heard of it, decimated the entire planet, wiping out the hidden base that was there.
How? But they used it again.
Yes, and I do not believe it will be the last. The Hutts are powerful, but once the rebellion is defeated, who do you think the Empire will turn to next?
The Hutts.
I am not a rebel. But I do not like the Empire, and I do not like my chances with that thing flying around out there.
Perhaps
I had to tell someone because the propaganda will spread, and I know that people will disregard this. People often do.
Perhaps it is too late for us.
Then we should wait to die.
No. Of course not, but if the rebellion has failed before it was given a proper chance,
There is hope. That base, as far as I am aware, still remains. And I have reason to believe there are others out there. But if that information leaks to the Empire, it would spell the end. I am sorry to put this responsibility on you. You have information that they would greatly seek.
Which base did you mention to?
I mentioned Hoth.
Oh.
Did I?
I thought it
Did I
was.
mention Hoth?
I thought it was
Oh,
the Yavin.
no, I did.
Because
I
Hoth,
did, I
you
did,
learned
it was
about
Yavin.
from the droidy.
Yep. It was the Yavin. I'll rescind that and just say I have reason to believe there's others out there.
Perhaps it's about time we'll start listening to them then. The Empire cannot just destroy systems who disagree with them. That's...
They
well,
often do under the guise that they're protecting the rest of civilization.
certainly something to think about.
Yes, I'm not asking you to become some sort of savior. There's not many people I can confide in, Nebula, and my crew are not among them.
She puts her hand on your leg and leans over. You can trust me.
I believe I can. I have one more thing to ask. I don't know what influence you have now, but there is someone that I'm looking for, or information I would like to know about. An Imperial prisoner.
By the name of?
Anakin.
Anakin.
It is very sensitive information.
Is this a personal endeavor?
Yes. I would prefer not to have this brought up to the rest of my crew.
I will dig into it and handle it discreetly.
Thank you. we are in a slight rush, so I apologize that I could not stay for your festivities, but I hope to return soon, and we'll keep in touch.
I hope.
Farewell, Senator.
Farewell. She like follows you to the stairs and like leans on the balcony and watches you as you make your way out.
As I get down to the bottom, I'll just look back up at her.
She like raised her drink.
I'll head out the door back, and then I guess, unless anything happens, I will head towards back to the ship.
Head back towards the ship, no problem at all. During that time, the rest of you, those of you who are loading up the ship, crack on. Is anyone doing anything else?
As soon as I've done a little bit of work, you know, I would have done a little. I would have headed over to the market where the crates are, to go see my.
Sorry, I expected you were about to say my something, not just the name my.
No, the name my. Yeah.
I was waiting for you to be like. I was like, my what? It's my NPC.
My. Yeah, your NPC.
My Karuba. Okay, so you head over to. It's about 30 to 40 minutes walk.
Oh! Before I did that, would I need to go double check. Did Z give me that special spice?
I did. Yeah, I gave you the bag.
Yeah. What was it called? I can't remember what you named it.
Was it Averbush or was it?
Averbush, something like that.
Let me double check.
Some kind of psychedelic Averbush spice. Yeah, some kind of psychedelic spice.
There you go. If it was Averbush, then that sounds right. So you head over towards that market. Black market items. Yeah, Averbush spice. It's a illicit sleep-like aid. Unlike many varieties of spice, it has no hallucinogenic qualities. That might not be the one.
Oh, no hallucin. Oh, this is the one that I'm reading that says it can. No, I will message you that. I will message it. If it's Averbush. Yeah.
I don't know. Well.
What was the name you just said, Mitch?
Averbush or Yarok. Yarok was another thing. A spice called Yarok, created by shamans to give their warriors a greater clarity of mind and violent purpose. I think it might have been that one.
Yeah,
the Yarok one.
The Yarok sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been that one. But, either way, you head over to that similar market and you remember it was like, it looked like an abandoned lot, like an abandoned commercial lot that you would like tap on the door and then you remember like a person would come out of the alleyway and talk to you.
Yeah.
You're able to go through all of that with ease. Head inside. Go down the small set of stairs to the room with the desk. And sitting behind it, you see Mai. In her familiar laid-back pose with her feet up on the desk. Just smiling at you.
Ah, my yellow-eyed beauty. How are you?
Everything's fine. How are you, Took?
Oh, I'm well. Been through the ringer since I last saw you, but...
She like looks you up and down. Yeah, I can tell you look worse for wear.
Well, that is that, but I'm as attractive as ever, as always. What doesn't kill you makes you beautiful, as I say.
I've never heard that before, but I like it.
Got these for you.
And he chucks down a couple of blasters, the Corellian D11, something like that. Let me just check I've got on here. The Corellian Arms CR2 and the Blastech DL7H. I think the Corellian had a scope on it, you said?
Yes, one of them had a scope. Did I post the stat sheets for those in the Discord? I feel like I did.
I found them in the live chat. Yeah, you posted them in the live chat actually, yes.
And then they've got the prices on there, right?
850 and 600, yes.
So she kind of like takes a moment, she like leans forward in her chair and like picks them up and like looks them over, kind of flicks them around like from her belt to out and like feels the balance and like just inspects them quite thoroughly. She looks down the scope of the other one, points it at you, looks down the scope.
Hey, easy.
I'm just checking that the sights all lined up. Don't you worry. Where'd you find these? These are fine arms. These are solid blasters.
Old companions of mine. Let's just say they won't be needing them anymore.
Right. Very dubious. Yeah, I'll, if you're looking to sell them or trade them,
Sell them.
I'll happily take them off your hands. Let's have a look. The Corellian arms and the, if I'm not wrong, this one is a Blastech DL7F. Oh,
Yeah.
she like flicks it over. No, H. There's a small difference on the chamber there. For the both of them, I could do you 1,300.
1,300. I think that could be a deal. I mean, we'll ponder it for one moment.
Of course, you gotta at least pretend that you're considering not taking it.
Yeah, 1,300. I'll take it.
Happy doing business with you as always, Captain Took. She like takes the blasters and places them in a desk, in a compartment in the desk, and then opens another one, very similar to how you dealt with before. And then she pulls the like a stack of credits out, counts them out, hands them to you. 1,300 credits. Lovely.
Yeah.
How's the flamer working out for you?
Oh, roasted a few pigs with this, haven't I? What's a charm?
It's one of my favorite bits of kit. I'm a fan.
You know, I've heard some things about the handling sometimes when wayward blaster shots make them erupt.
Well,
I've been lucky enough not to have that happen.
I suppose that is a risk that you have just put in my head.
Yeah, no, that is actually a thing.
All right.
They have a threat thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it doesn't say it on the sheet. I might do actually. Yeah, I think it might actually say it on the sheet.
Well, that's good.
I remember reading. There's
Is
a
it
threat
like
thing.
if it has 3 threat, the DM
If you roll too much threat, it can actually blow up. Because it's basically a canister of fuel
on your arm. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. All right. Well, is there anything else I can help you with? Or is that all for now?
Unless you got any spice.
I'm not really a drug dealer. I'm more of the arms dealer. If you hadn't noticed.
Oh. Do you not dabble?
No.
Not even little.
Go and see Lalana.
Fuck. Don't want to go to see. Oh, it's fine.
Listen, Took, you must understand how complicated my scenario here would get if I started selling and taking Lalana's customers.
Yeah, I understand. I just prefer seeing you.
Well, I'm flattered. I truly am, but I'm not going to get you any spice.
Oh, right. I'll see you in a few rotations after we've done something. It's a flying visit.
All right, well,
all the best.
You as well.
I'll bring you back some more blasters.
You see her pull the drawer out and get one of the blasters out as you're walking out. She just starts aiming at stuff in the room.
Neat. Yeah, and then I think I just head back to the ship.
Cool. Anyone else?
Need to get fuel.
Yeah, Z, you're able to. Do you take the speeder bike with you, or do you just walk?
I'll take the speeder bike with me, and if we have any like space jerry cans, take one of them.
Yeah, sure. And even if you didn't have one, you could buy one at the gas station type thing. You find like a little garage that has like literally like a fuel pump. I don't know.
Oh,
do
so
they
I
run
can
on
just
fuel?
do it myself. Or I don't know.
I don't fucking
know.
know. How does it work? How does Star Wars work, guys? I don't know.
How do Star Wars work? That's the title of this episode.
Is it liquid fuel or is it like electricity?
I have no idea. I mean, either way, I guess I either plug it in and have a battery to charge, or
no. I think it's some kind of fuel.
It's a hybrid.
I think it's like a rocket booster type solid fuel that you have to buy.
But we've got electric like generators, but, like, if we run low, and they're solar powered.
The ship, your ship is different to this speeder
There is
bike.
such a thing as fuel.
Yeah, we're gonna say that it's fuel that you buy.
But
It's
Rhydonium.
Ridonium. There you go.
Oh, yeah, from Rodonia.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's not good for the galaxy. Gotta go down.
Is it a
zero.
fossil
Or you
fuel
can,
or is it-
or you
Galaxy
can get
ozone layer. Is,
you can get fuel
fucked.
from Kashyyyk. They have an oil refinery.
Oh yeah, of
There you go.
course. Yeah, that makes sense. That's in Fallen Order, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, you're able to find a. We're good for the sake of expediency. You're able to go and buy. We'll say that a full tank of gas on this speeder costs you 125 credits here.
And to
Damn,
fill up the
that's
extra
some
can,
cheap gas.
to fill up whatever the extra thing is.
We'll say that the can is like half a bike full, and that's half of 125 credits.
Okay. 125 divided by
Do
2.
200.
60. Yeah, I was do 200.
200 credits to fill that up. Nice and simple.
Cool.
You can
Solid.
ride that back to the ship if you wish.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be riding that back.
So you start it up and you have to like merge into the traffic above, but getting home is way quicker than you got to the mechanic's place. And the rest of you guys hear the sound of like that like churn of this speeder bike as Z comes riding into the hangar.
I kind of like swing it round to the side and skid along as I.
Yeah, like glides round very smoothly.
It's like a parallel park. I just kind of park it into the crate fang in a very
Nice.
amazing, beautiful way.
Go ahead and roll a planetary piloting check for me.
Shit, yeah.
I'll give you a blue dice because that sounds like it would be cool. Sounds like a hard maneuver though.
Use the light side. Use the light side.
you ready for me?
Yeah.
Hey!
There you go. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. And you watch as some of Zakin's family, who are like just kind of sitting around bored, are like, "Woohoo!"
Z stands up, very menacing for a second, and then just bows very deeply.
That
Just
was
goes about.
awesome.
Fuck yeah, fast bow.
All right. Is there anything else anyone needs to do?
Question:
Anyone wants to do?
Is this the planet where the place the top deck was,
It is.
which had the clone trooper as the bartender, right?
It did.
I would like to go there.
Oh my god.
Execute Order 99.
Okay, so you head over to
Bit would like to go to the top deck.
top deck. That is the furthest away of all the places anyone has been.
I'll get a cab.
Get a cab. 20 credits. No, actually no. 30 credits.
I was about to say cheaper.
Yeah, I realised. But yeah, you
30,
arrive outside the
30,
top
yeah.
deck.
Okay.
It similarly looks kind of busy.
Yeah.
But there's not like a line outside, but you can tell that it's open and for business. People coming in and out.
Okay.
And it's like on the roof you see people like smoking.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head inside.
Is that not the one where we like busted down the door?
Yeah,
The
this
back.
place
Yeah,
is
this is where
a
we
couple
met
of
Hondo.
weeks, maybe a week ago, you caused some pretty big ruckus here. Was it a week? It was,
Yeah.
it was a while ago.
No, it would have been way longer because we had to travel to Chad. And then you
Yeah,
had to
it's a
travel
long.
back.
Wait, it's at least a week
Yeah.
and a bit. 2 weeks, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk in. You look around. Behind the bar, you don't see Bulwark was his name. He did give you his name. You don't see him behind the bar. You do see fresh doors that block the entrance to the High Rollers room, as they had been cut open by a lightsaber.
Who did that?
I don't know. Some Jedi.
Oh,
There's no Jedi here now, so it's alright.
No.
But you can enter and you see people playing cards at various tables, like some dull music playing.
Okay, I'll head over to the bar.
Yeah,
Is there someone serving?
at the bar you see. Let me just Google what this race looks like. You see an Ithorian gentleman. He's kind of like those. They've got like the head that looks like it's like their neck is at a right angle, like that, and they've got eyes either side, and their mouth is like on the side of their.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he turns around and crackles at you in some like some strange language you do not understand.
What? Do you also have a translator?
Sorry.
Thank
It
God
was stuck
for
in a
that.
Thorian.
No shit.
What do you need, pal?
What was his name again?
You've never met this gentleman before.
No.
Oh, the Bulwark.
Bulwark.
I believe that was what I called him. It wasn't Lamb, was the other guy, right?
You
Lamb is deceased.
know of Bulwark?
The boss.
Yes, the boss. He's here.
Well, he's not working the bar tonight. He's been a little stressed recently. What do you need?
Misa old friend, and Misa just want to speak to him.
Make a deception check. Or if there's not a deception check,
There is deception.
there you go.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna make this a hard check because you've never you're not a known face around here.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. What's your name? I'll ask him.
We never traded names. We only trade credits, and then I'll slide him 10 credits.
All right, I catch your drift. He takes the credits. Give me a sec. He picks up. You remember there was a device behind the bar in the nebulous flask.
Yeah.
Similar thing. You hear him talking to it for a moment. Ask the boss. Yeah, he's gonna be over in just a minute. He lives just nearby. Take a seat. You want a drink?
Yeah, sure. Miss a friend. He has a drink of piss in the glass.
Someone actually ordered one.
Yeah, Misa, take one.
He pulls a pint. That's 2 credits.
Here you go.
All right. Get your drink. You wait for a moment. He goes off and serves other people. Other members of the bar. Customers. And then, maybe 10 minutes go by.
Mm-hmm.
The doors open, and you see in walking the familiar face of Bulwark, and he kind of pans around the room. Are you just sitting cloaked down, or
Nah, hood up.
hood up?
Yeah, hood up.
Make a stealth check. Or yeah, make a stealth check because you're trying to be hidden from this gentleman, I guess.
I mean,
Unless you're not hiding.
I'm not trying to hide. I want to speak to him.
Well, he comes up to the bar next to you and he leans over to the Ithorian behind the bar. He says, I don't remember what I did. Oh, yeah, of course. I was really I don't remember this guy's voice. He's a clone. Oh, God, I wasn't practicing this one recently. What did you call me down here for? Where's my old friend? He looks around. The Ithorian starts to walk over.
Okay, while he's
But
not
he's
looking
right
at me,
next
if
to
he's
you.
looking around. Yeah. If he's not, when he's not looking at me, I'll put my hand on his shoulder.
Ugh.
You have an office we can go to, old friend.
He looks towards you. Have you hidden are you disguising your face?
I mean, just the hood is up. So for reference, it would look like this.
I don't know who you are, so you've got about 5 seconds to identify yourself.
Trust me, you should know who I am, and then through my cloak, I want to put the lightsaber into his back. It's not on.
He doesn't necessarily know what that is, so
Yeah.
he just kind of tenses up. Blast. All right. Yeah, there's an office in the back there, near the High Rollers Suite.
Then let's go, old friend.
All right, just get that thing out of my back. We'll walk together.
Okay. Oh, I'll put it back on the belt.
He just starts to walk towards the door. You see, guarding the door, that kind of like large, bulky security droid painted with a tuxedo on its torso.
Mm-hmm.
Head inside. He leads through the security room. You know that left is the High Rollers room. Right was like a toilet. He leads you through another door, which takes you into like that little security area where they've confiscated all of Satkin's items.
Yeah.
So, you're gonna hold your blaster up against me again, or you're gonna tell me who you are?
This depends. Is there a camera in this room?
Yeah.
You can turn it off?
Not from here.
You're not going to die, trust me. This is not what Misa here for, but Misa wish to not be seen.
Make a charm check or a deception check, whatever you're attempting here.
Okay.
Highly sus behavior from Bit Bunts.
Yeah, highly sus. Okay, yeah, I'll roll deception. You ready?
Yeah.
Flat nothing.
Yeah, well, the blaster in my back has got me on alert. So, why don't you just talk quick?
Okay. Is the camera like in a corner facing down?
Yeah, it's facing down. They can probably see like the bottom section of your face if your
Okay.
hood's up.
Okay, if I was to back up against the wall, would it see me?
Well, like stand beneath it is the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could stand
Yeah.
beneath it.
And it wouldn't see me?
You'd be like so obscured from vision that
Yeah.
you
Okay.
could see someone was standing there, but you wouldn't be able to discern features.
Okay, alright. Alright, fuck it. Yeah, sure. I'll back up as far as I can. It was not a blaster, my friend. And I'll show the lightsaber. Now, last time Misa here, Yusa saw this, and Yusa tried to kill me. Yusa kept saying, good soldiers follow orders. Why and what does that mean?
Like stands up straight. He seems very like you can see sweat beginning to form on his brow.
And then I'm gonna take the hood down. And then ignite the saber next to me, low as possible, so it's not visible on the camera. Does this change anything from our last meeting?
I thought you were a Jedi. The order was to kill the Jedi, and good soldiers follow orders. So that's what I was doing. I'm sorry if I have offended you. I'm not a soldier anymore. I'm trying to lead a normal life here.
If you're not a soldier, you want a normal life, you tell me everything you know about what this means.
I'm just a soldier. I follow orders.
What was the order?
Kill the Jedi.
But Yusa was working for the Jedi, no? Misa, remember people of your face in and around the Jedi, helping them in battles.
But then the Jedi betrayed us. Order from the Emperor himself. You must know, surely you're with the Empire, you're a Sith.
Misa what?
You have... Well, you
Misa
certainly-
was the Jedi, but Misa got weary of their shit. But Misa now on this side, and Misa don't know what is best anymore.
Well, I got out. I'm not with the Empire anymore. You're probably better off on the other team.
Is it Jedi?
No, because the Jedi betrayed us, and good soldiers follow orders, and the orders are to destroy the Jedi. So,
because also the Jedi has done is brought me pain and near death every time Misa try and help people, which is what they want to do. So this is why Misa got fed up, and this is now who Misa is.
He's still like very heavy breathing, sweating. If your lightsaber's still ignited, he's just staring at it.
Yeah, I'll turn it off and put it away now.
What do you want from me?
Misa wanted information and maybe to clear my mind, but it seems you do not have any information that is useful to myself.
He's gonna roll a check. You see him like tense up for a moment, and it's like he's trying to push through this barrier, like he's trying to resist. And then he comes back and he just says the same thing again. I'm just following orders.
What was that? You should know something. You should try.
Good soldiers follow orders, sir.
You were trying something. Tell me what you're trying to get through.
I'm just following orders.
Is it possible to mind trick him?
You can certainly try.
I will certainly try. Just one force dice, right?
Yes, and then he does a contested check, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The force dice is your pool of force that you can use, and then you do a check.
Yeah. I don't know what the contest is. Is it just a skill that we contest?
I'll check the force power on your sheet, but go ahead and roll your force. Do you want me to add one force dice to the pool, or are you going to do that?
I've got a force dice, so I'll just.
All right. Yeah. Roll that, and then I'll check your sheet. Dark side. So you can make him experience negative emotions. But let me just double check, because I'm sure there was a. We read
I think
recently
it is a check.
what was the check. I'm wondering if I wrote it on your sheet. Skills, no, it'll be in combat.
Yeah, it's combat.
Toughen, embrace.
Influence in it.
Swing guiding. Maybe it was only when you use a certain level of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to read it in the proper rulebook in a minute. But for now, you can have him experience some kind of negative emotion, and influence his thoughts in that way. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
What are you actually saying to him when you do this?
I'm gonna try and make him feel like I really wanted light side here. I feel like it would have been more beneficial, but I want to. So as I try,
it's a discipline versus discipline check. If you're, do you have the control thing? Do you have that
control
level of the power? You have to have the control one. The force user makes an opposed discipline versus discipline check with an influence power. If the user spends light side and succeeds on the check, he can force the target to adopt an emotional state or believe something untrue, lasting 5 minutes. But I will allow you to use a dark side point. But obviously, it has that negative spin.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have control.
So you'd need to level into that to control his thoughts.
Okay, but I can't just force something out of him. I can't change his thought for a second.
You can make him feel an emotion.
Yeah.
But you can't be like, tell me everything you know. Or
yeah, okay.
You can't be like, oh, we're best friends and you need to tell me everything.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you on how that works now. Okay. So as I do it, I want to try and make him just feel scared and anxious, just all them sort of thoughts, because I want to try and dive into what he was trying to say.
Here's what I say. As you go to use the force power and influence his emotions, all of these feelings that you're trying to make him feel, you immediately sense that he is already feeling that way. Scared, anxious, confused, angry.
Okay.
And he can't even look at you anymore. He's just...
Yeah. It seems you are no use to me. There is something you know. Misa, know you know it. You just don't want to tell me.
Good soldiers follow orders.
Okay, let's try. I'll whip out a lightsaber again. Good soldiers also listen to Sif, yes?
Make an intimidation, which would be, we'll say coercion check. Hard.
Coercion? Okay.
If actually, I'm gonna make this almost impossible, but I'm gonna give you blue dice because you're going against obviously something that is inbuilt in him.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make it impossible difficulty. But I'm gonna give you 2 blue dice.
Okay. Give me half a chance.
Go for it. You never know. Oh, there's still a force dice, but we ignore that. It was a success.
Yeah, ignore that. Okay, yeah.
He cowers to the side for a moment, and you watch as he closes his eyes again, and you see him like fighting through it. And he looks at you, and all of a sudden he seems much more calm. He says, "I'm not a soldier anymore. I don't follow any orders, Jedi or Sith. So put that thing away."
Okay. This lets me know that you are useless to me.
I'm not bloody useless to you. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Okay. Tell me then.
All the clones, we were like time bombs. They put these things in us that made us kill our friends, and the Jedi, they didn't do anything. It was the Emperor, the Chancellor. He ordered us to slaughter them all, even the bad ones.
You see Bip Bip looks like that. You saying that. Bip Bip seems shocked and taken back a bit sad. Misa was a Padawan when that happened. Misa escaped.
Well, you're one of the lucky ones, and now you've joined them.
So you are telling me Misa joined the side that tried to kill me?
Well, yeah, I suppose that is what I'm telling you. I've been fighting this goddamn ghost for so long.
Shit. You sir have been a big help in clearing Misa's mind. Misa, sorry for
You've helped me
making
too.
you feel scared.
Whatever you did, it seems to have, at least for now, I feel a weight off on my shoulders.
This is good. Misa judgment is a little clearer too.
If you could help me, this is only temporary, but I'd like for this to be permanent. If you could somehow, I've heard rumors that there are clones.
Oh no!
Poor, you've killed the child. I've heard rumors that there are other clones out there who had some procedure done to free them of this chain. Could you, if you ever find out how that's done, could you come back for me?
Misa will. Misa promise you.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Just as long as just in case, this footage up here is removed, and
I'll make sure.
you don't know of a Jedi that now Sith that, you forget me.
Well, I suppose that any moment now I'd want to kill you again. So I'd leave if I were you.
Misa, leave.
Please.
Thank you again. Misa, sorry again.
You know where to find me.
Okay. And then I'll walk out.
All right. You head out.
Yeah. Head
Back
out.
to the ship.
Yeah, back in a cab. Another 30.
Another 30 credits back to the spaceport. All of you convening once again. The last shipments being piled onto the ship. About an hour spent on the planet. But maybe about 2 hours. Is there anything else you need to do as you all rejoin on the Great Fang?
Not on planet, but I will, when I've got a moment on ship to talk to everyone, I will have a chat with them.
Yeah, that's fine. So you begin using your takeoff procedures. You pay the small, we'll say, because you only docked briefly. You know what? We'll say that was included in the 600 credits that you paid earlier.
Nice.
You managed to take off. We'll say that the ship was refueled as well for that price, so you're good to go for another whatever amount. You head up. You are now climbing through the traffic of Nar Shaddaa, up off of this moon, and into space once again as you prepare to set the coordinates for the next leg of your journey. What is it you wanted to do, Took?
So I'd gather everyone in a particular room, probably the lounge, or the cockpit actually, because that's where everyone would be.
Yeah.
Now I know this might seem like a rarity, but here.
And I hand them all a small package I've prepared on the way. All three of them, and if you open it, you'll see what it is.
Yeah.
I'll open
It's
it.
1,250 credits.
Oh.
Shit. Oh, you're
There we go,
actually
that's
paying
fine.
well now, huh?
We've been through a lot, and I've not paid you. So consider this a bonus.
No shit, you never paid me. Thank you very much, Captain.
All right.
Deduct that, but apart from that, that's all I do.
So we heading straight for Zakian, or we dropping these off at Tatooine? What are we doing?
No, we're heading straight there.
We heading straight there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Z's already like preparing Tatooine.
Straight on the nav computer, inputting the coordinates to Tatooine. The jump is ready to go.
Ready when you are.
Punch it.
All right. The ship lurches back and poof, you are flung into hyperspace. As how many days travel is it? 5? 6? 5.5. Is there anything you guys want to do in that 5.5 days of travel?
Yeah,
Any downtime stuff?
Yeah.
No? Do it.
There was some background noise I didn't want to include it in.
It's okay.
When we've got time, I think I'm gonna like try and get people to congregate in that like living space area.
Even Zakin's family or just crew?
Oh, just the crew. Oh, anywhere that's private actually, so probably just the.
The
You
cockpit,
could do it right.
is-
Yeah,
the cockpit
like
tends to be the
70,
space
80
that you guys
people.
get to yourself.
you could just do it straight after the conversation we had about the money.
Sure, I'm happy to do that.
As soon as the ship settles in hyperspace, you're able to carry on chatting.
We need to decide what we're doing. Are we going ahead to try and infiltrate? Are we going in guns blazing? Are we going to try and be more diplomatic, or other options?
Misa would like. This is good because Misa was going to bring something up in conversation, but Misa wait until we have a decision before because the decision we make will influence Misa's decision on something. So let's figure this out.
I already had a couple of thoughts. Depending on where he's being held, which we're still not 100% sure of.
I heard you say at the beginning that we all had that vision that he was in an arena. Did you say that?
You
No,
would all have experienced that shared dream.
we all had that shared dream, did we? Oh, okay, I thought it was.
Well, it looks like it's some kind of arena. I think talking is gonna be the way.
I disagree. Knowing what the huts are like, it seems to me more likely that it's their standard court, and he is being strung over it, and they are just waiting for the time in which they are going to execute him. Watching him suffer, perhaps. That's what that vision meant to me, anyway.
Thing is, you've got a couple of people that will easily pass as cut servants.
And I looked to thee and I gestured to myself.
We quite have been used and abused by the huts for millennia. Plenty of skiff guards, I can...
You were suggesting an infiltration, then?
Yeah, get close.
I assumed... I misjudged you. I assumed you were suggesting we going shooting. That would surely have him executed quicker.
No, God, you think this is my first saving someone from execution? No. I look stupid, but I ain't that stupid.
I'm starting to see there may be a tactician behind you. Though you did end up imprisoned, did you not? Twice at least.
I ended up in prison because of Hondos. Yeah.
What got you imprisoned with Timo, Took?
You all met each other in a prison cell.
We are going to be heading back to the exact town that we all, or outpost that we all met each other at when we were all imprisoned there.
Timo is a backwater snail. He's nothing compared to Vargos.
He's still a hut. We know what they do with their own.
Misa thought he was pretty harsh for imprisoning me.
Yeah, but look at you. Them ears. I'd imprison you for them ears.
Look at me. Misa just asked for directions and he threw me in jail.
That seems like a very racially charged suggestion there, Took.
I'm joking. Look at them. They're floppy. Who trusts those ears? So you flick them and
It starts flicking his ears.
Took. Get up.
I'll take 20 steps back away from this.
Misa told you, don't touch me.
All right.
As I say it, I move the cloak out of the way.
Whoa, no, I'm messing with you. I just paid you. Come on.
You're so lucky, mate.
Regardless, we're wasting time. Or are we already in hyperspace?
We're already on the journey.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck off.
We're not wasting time.
We're wasting real
We're
wasting real lifetime. There's real lifetime.
We need to know what we're doing, otherwise
Wow.
this entire thing is completely redundant.
Well, I told you. This here, I don't know if you've got any problem with it, Z, but you can
What
always.
happens when he recognizes us?
Z can pretend
Does
to
anybody
be.
know? Does anybody know if Timo has any IG droids in his possession?
Well, I'm sure he's hired some. Everyone knows their IG droids. You can just be here looking for a bounty puck. It's easy. You could be Z doing that. Well, not Z, but
He may recognize me.
take your Z thing. I'll put my loincloth on that again.
I will find an alternative.
Misa could be a distraction.
I think that would be too risky.
Yeah, they know we're associated. I, on the other hand, I'm in a perfect position because
They know Gungan. They don't know this Gungan. And then I'll just gesture towards the lightsaber again.
oh, he must already know his brethren has been slayed by one of those, by that particular saber. That could work, actually. He'd probably want.
I also have another suggestion. I can already imagine your responses, but I went to see Nebula before, during our little stop on Narshadar, and she did offer to pay the bounty or the money that Zakian owes on behalf of him.
Oh, that's lovely.
We would be indebted to her.
Oh, no.
There's the catch.
And what would we have to do for her?
That remains to be seen. However, given the current circumstances, I think as a last resort, that would be a much more favorable option than Zakian being executed, or us being indebted to the huts themselves. I trust Nebula more than I do that slug.
I'd rather kill the slug. 2 bloody blaster bolts. 1. No, that's wrong. That's spice.
Use a head spice? Yeah, Misa thought so.
I get nervous meeting my she's pretty. Alright.
You should have her number.
Yeah.
You should call her sometime.
Maybe.
I have a suggestion. Why don't we put both plans into motion? You, and if you believe this infiltration could work, perhaps you go ahead with this attempt to find Zakian and get him out. We will keep in contact if we can. And I shall attend the court if that is so, which exists. I'm not sure. I don't remember much about how he keeps a court or not, but
Well, if there's one thing I know for certain, is a heart likes a spectacle.
indeed,
It means it's going to be easier
Simply-
to gain.
if I could attend, then at least I'm around, and if something goes south, then negotiation may be our last option.
Might want to start. And I gestured to his hair again, which I'm sure has started growing a bit. Or have you been shaving it periodically?
What, my hair? No, I
Yeah.
probably would have been keeping up with the shaving, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just wondering.
I'm assuming the shaving apparatus on the ship somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scalpel, maybe.
Scalpel would take so long. Yeah, there's definitely in the restroom, that kind of facility.
Not the galley, right? Not the.
I was about to say, you mean the kitchen? The
Uh,
kitchen's
uh,
toilet.
Not the galley. The galley has nothing in it because Bit destroyed it.
No, we didn't.
Anyway, we've got a couple of options. Wherever it is, I'm sure we can get Z on point lookout. Or bring him in.
Hello, you so want me to accompany you in case it goes south? Where you have some protection?
What do you think? You said that depending on our options, you had something to add. What is that?
Misa feel like Misa made a big mistake in what I've done. Misa need to go reflect and maybe go into my own world again. But it depends how ruthless you want Misa to be.
I think violence of that nature should be our last resort. Our very, very last resort. Given
So,
how much power
Misha,
the
what-
Huts have.
What Misa trying to say is, do you so want me? Misa don't want to be in this mental state that I'm in anymore. Misa need to fix what I have done wrong. But Misa can stay a little while longer if you want me to reach deep and dark into this hole. Or, in this travel to Tatooine, Misa going to try and reflect and meditate and try to fix many things that Misa have done wrong and apologize to people I've hurt. You don't seem to understand what Misa mean.
Not entirely, but I can assume.
You want me to explain in detail? Misa happy for everyone to listen.
Don't explain if it's anything about you not being as ruthless and killing people. I'd rather keep you that way.
I mean, Misa admit it feels good. But Misa been told it is very wrong, and Misa made a bad choice. Misa joined, in a way, the people that tried to kill me. You still remember the clone owner, from the top deck, the man behind the bar,
Who tried to beat the sense out of...
who's tried to kill me? Kala, I think you saw it. What did you say?
Yeah, we were all there.
You were all there, yeah.
Yeah. He's Misa went back to see him, and Misa had a chat, and Misa helped him, Misa helped me. Because Misa didn't know what I was getting into, and he's caught me up, as to say, as that Misa was wrong to betray the Jedi and go on this dark path. The Empire are the true enemy here. The Jedi did nothing wrong.
That.
Oh, I thought that was kind of obvious.
I think the Jedi did their own fair share of betraying. Whether or not the propaganda, as
listen, this clone trooper, he said to me that he was all of the clones had something in them to betray the Jedi, even though they had done nothing wrong. It was forced on them by the Emperor. They were forced to kill their friends.
I suggest you... Nothing. Forget it.
So, it's for me, Misa have made a big mistake going down this path. Misa need to fix it, but if you want ruthless Pip,
Well,
one last time.
maybe I spoke too hastily. I don't care if you're green, blue, red. Just keep being Pip, whatever. Fucking... Just do what you do.
Okay. Then Misa happy to go along whatever plan. But Kalau, if things go south, I would say it's probably best that Misa with you. Because if they don't believe you and they try to capture you as well, I don't see you hitting a single shot.
I'm never pretended to be a fighter.
But I'm a weak way. There's Huts employ weak way like no tomorrow.
If talking doesn't work, you have no plan B.
Very well. So it's settled. You will infiltrate. Attempt to pretend to be a server.
No, not 90 just skirt. That skiff guard. Plenty of skiff guards outfits.
Sure.
I can probably...
Bip and I will try to make it to whatever public display there is. Z?
I could get somewhere at a distance and keep an eye, or I could help with the infiltration. There will be IG droids owned by Teemo, I assume.
You don't know if it will be an exterior event. If it's interior, a sniping position may not be as beneficial as needing to shoot our way out if it does result to that.
I agree. I think it would be more beneficial if I were on the inside.
I would say, Z, you probably know that IG droids are more... not really like owned by a specific person. Like they're They're roaming bounty hunters, right?
Yeah, but
I
I assume he would like have hired. He would have some under his sort of like
It's hard to say.
employment.
He might. The Hutts certainly have worked with them, but you don't remember seeing any when you were at Tima's palace prison. But who knows?
Worst case scenario, it's another person on the inside.
All right.
All right. The infiltration is the first plan. Try to get him out as soon as possible. If that fails, we attempt to negotiate. And as a last resort, we fight our way out.
I believe that is our best chance.
Sounds like
There's no point planning specifics. We don't have blueprints. We don't have, beyond our vague memories of the layout. The most likely one to remember would be Z. I assume you would have something stored in a memory thing or something, correct?
I haven't been too deep inside, but I do have schematics of where I have been.
Certainly have memory of what the town looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can share them if you would like.
I think it'd be best if we all look over any schematics of Timo's palace.
I'll hold my hand out for like your data pad.
I'll give it to you.
I'll do my little, take out my little thing and kind of move any memories or schematics that I have of anything to do with Tatooine. I'll chuck it all into the data pad.
I've swapped your Roll20 to the Moss Shooter map that you will remember.
I ain't seen this. Slagworks is back.
All the way back when that little cantina on the south side where our journey began. But yeah, as you guys sort of look over and prepare for your plan, that is where we will take our break this evening. And when we return, we shall see how things can go wrong. How could they go wrong? We'll find out.
Never gonna go wrong.
Thanks for hanging out with us for the first half of tonight's episode. If you haven't done so yet, please consider following the channel and supporting us that way. That'll be a big help. We'll see you very shortly. We'll be right back. Hello, and welcome back to the second part of tonight's episode. We're going to jump straight back in with your travel time aboard the Crate Fang to Tatooine. 5 days you have. So over the course of those 5 days, is there anything any of you are desperate to do on board the ship?
I would like to find... I mean, just this doesn't need to... It's not an urgent thing, but I just want to find some sort of material to wrap around me in preparation to cover up my Z.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd say that's easy enough to do in the time you've gotten. You could take, even if it was like bedcloths or like old material that you're going to like weld to yourself, whatever you want to do, you can flavour it how you like, but you're able to find a way to conceal that. You have plenty of time to do that.
And then I'd like to go and see the progress on Desi.
Go to the small cupboard where, I believe I said it was Zatkin's uncle or cousin, one of those.
It was one of them.
A member of Zatkin's family is kind of sitting, and you look. He's got like some long cables attached to a data pad, and they're like plugged into the back of Desi's head, and he's kind of like scrolling and flicking through details on the data pad. He doesn't really notice you've come in.
Loom round the corner. How's it going?
Oh, yes. Progress is slower than I'd hoped.
How much longer do you think it'll take?
If I'm being honest, I'm not sure this is within my capabilities, but I can keep going. Gives me something to do.
I would very much appreciate that. Please let me know if there is any news.
Yeah, I will. I'm just having a look through the diagnostics, and it seems that whatever was making this droid tick before just gone and stopped.
I'll lean over and kind of root through the box of like parts, and I'll find a bit of like the 8/8
Chassis.
Yeah, and I'll take that and I'll kind of fit it over my Z, and I'll very temporarily weld it onto my
tack weld. Tack weld.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Easy to do.
And that's what I'll use to cover up the Z.
All right. Well, I'll just be getting on with it then.
I'll nod at him and
Carries on.
walk back round and check on the cockpit, make sure everything's all good.
Yeah, things are going nice and smooth. No obstacles needing to be averted around. No space pirates and hounding you over the tannoy. You seem good.
Perfect.
Is there anything else anyone needs to do on this travel?
No, not. I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Yep. Bip, what are you up to, boy?
Bip would like to go to the galley. Did I break it down again? Or is it still welded
The
shut?
galley is welded closed at the moment.
It's still welded shut. Okay. On finding that it's still welded shut, I want to find the little droid. Oh, is he still in the hole where we left him? On the floor?
No, it was like a compartment in the wall, wasn't it, or something you hid him in?
Yeah, I showed him a little like.
Hide
Yeah,
the
it was
hole.
a second.
But
Yeah.
I think only Z knows about that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Bip, you look around the ship, and like the astromech disappeared. He must have got off the ship at Nar Shaddaa or something. He's not here. Or he's very good at hiding.
Did we lose him? Oh, Zakian's going to be mad. I didn't want to use this again, but I'm going to have to. And then I want to get out the lightsaber and I want to cut open the door.
Cuts the door open again as like Zatkin's family all look at you. The little ones in awe, the older ones in fear. But the doors kind of open again.
Yeah. To go in.
Yeah, just a very charred and scored room.
Yeah. I want to go in and close the doors.
With the force, because they don't close otherwise.
Yeah.
They slam closed.
And Bip's reasoning is this is where, like, this was the room he first had that first vision while meditating. Because he thought this was the toilet. And toilets are a safe place for Pip.
I mean, we can retcon it and just say that you were in the toilet, in the actual toilet.
I mean,
if you want. But if you, the galley works as well.
Yeah, the galley works. It's the room. I mean,
It was
Bip
this room.
thought it was the toilet.
I hope that doesn't mean he was pissing in the sink.
He could have been. How'd you know?
I don't. And I'm the
Exactly.
all-knowing guy here, apparently.
Okay, and then Bip's gonna sit down, begin to begin to meditate. Just with the lightsaber's just gonna be away from him, so it's gonna be away on the floor, just out in front, but not meditating on the lightsaber as such, if that makes sense.
So the
Just
places
trying
the
to-
lightsaber on the ground in front of
Yep,
him.
place it down, and then he just wants to try and clear his mind and get his judgment correct on that he's fucked up and doesn't really want to go down this route anymore. Has a lot of regret.
Sure, you do your regular kind of meditation techniques, and luckily enough, you're in hyperspace right now. And that noise
Yeah,
that you're able to focus
in
on,
tune. Yeah.
kind of focusing on that low hum of the hyperspace drive, and it begins to fade out and get quieter as you become more and more in that meditative state. Roll a force dice for me. Ready when you are. Okay then. You kind of slip away, and it's almost like you know now when you've achieved the correct, when you've made it through that kind of veil. As you open your eyes very calmly, you're sort of used to this surrounding now, that void of stars that you find yourself in when you reach this kind of like level of meditation. And you look around you, you don't feel or hear anything. A lot of the time you've been here, you've always been able to hear disembodied voices and seen silhouettes, and it's always been very eventful and active. It's very silent. But you do feel a familiar presence. And you sense it over your shoulder watching you.
Misa, sorry I failed you. Misa, know now that Misa did a big mess up, which Misa do all the time. It's been my life, one big mess up, but Misa realize Misa messed up big time.
Don't hear any response. You just know that presence is there watching you.
Misa will do everything I can to get back on the right path. Misa train, Misa meditate, go back through the teachings. Misa just needs some advice. Misa needs you to talk to me. Misa need the support. You should know this. Misa need the...
You are correct. I apologize for believing you were ready for the responsibility. You need guidance. Even a Jedi Master does not learn from his mistakes sometimes. And for that I apologize. You need... I never expected, when I found you all those years ago, with Master Qui-Gon. I never suspected it would be you that the fate of the galaxy relied on. There was one before you. You may have heard the rumors around the temple. A Padawan of mine, Anakin Skywalker.
That was his name. Misa saw a picture of him the other day. Misa couldn't remember his name.
He was supposed to be the chosen one to destroy the Sith and bring the galaxy into... Well, he was not. He fell to the ways of the dark side, something that seems to happen to those who are around me for whatever reason. And I see now that perhaps I am not the greatest of teachers, but for you I sense it is not too late. Bip bip.
Misa know that I need to change, and I don't want it to be too late.
You've seen the power that the dark side holds, and you, against all odds, have been able to resist its grasp. That is a good sign. But you need to seek out a teacher. Someone who, unlike me, can be with you and guide you.
Do you should know where Misa can find a teacher?
If only it were that easy. Meditate upon the Force, and it will guide you.
Okay. But one thing, do you sir with me when Misa was talking to the clone trooper?
It doesn't quite work like that, but
It.
I'm not always watching you.
But what he said was the clones had no choice and they were made to kill their friends and the Jedi. It's made by the Emperor and the Empire. Is this true?
That's... I remember that day when the clones turned on us. I had heard in my years since that day rumors of such a thing. The clones were good soldiers, and I do not believe that they would turn on us without such an influence. The Emperor is incredibly powerful. You need to train hard.
Okay. So... Okay, Misa think I know what I need to do. Misa need to focus and train and seek out this guidance, if you will.
Yes. Be strong, Bit Bit. As I told you once before, you are my only hope.
Okay, Misa will not mess up this time.
And he disappears out of your sight. That blue spectral form fades away with a gust of wind.
Back in the galley.
Yeah. You hear that hum fade back into your ears.
Okay.
Alright.
He's gonna pick up the lightsaber. And then he's just gonna look at it and say to himself, only use this if you need to, Bip Bip. It's not good for you. And I'll put it on the belt.
Alright. Cool. Is there anything else anyone needs to do on this journey? So the days pass. The 5 days. Anyone
Oh,
who
is
is
it-
suffering from a critical injury is able to roll to
Is there
heal
any
that.
wounds?
You can heal 5 wounds if you have any. You would have had 5 nights rest. And before long, you hear the ship preparing to drop out of hyperspace. Those of you in the cockpit see the ship plop, and all of a sudden, a large orangey yellow planet, familiarly to you, Tatooine, is in front of you. And you're able to pilot the ship down towards Mos Shooter. Are you heading straight? Well, are you heading towards the town so that you can see it?
Yeah. I'll be flying towards, towards the port.
Yeah. So, okay, good. I can go and get this file open then.
Good.
Sorry.
If
Bear with me for 2 seconds.
should we maybe swing by flying over Timo's place to see if we can see anything?
I can certainly do that.
Just in case something is outside, like we say. Don't
Yeah,
want
I'll-
to assume that it's inside somewhere.
I'll kind of swing it around whatever I need to do to be able to fly over what I think or know to be where Zakian may be.
I mean, you guys know where Mos Shooter is, and as you approach, you see, of course, Tatooine. You see the Twin Suns, this endless sea of sand dunes, dominated by desert. But obviously, this small town, which is on a cliffy kind of mesa area in the middle of this sea of sand. The largest structure in this city being this huge kind of like shell-like building. This shell-like exterior, which, is way huger than any of the various, way larger than any of the small kind of like sandstone buildings here. The next biggest thing are the landing bays. Obviously, as you approach, you recognize Landing Bay Orek, the place where you stole the ship that you are currently flying in. On the north side of town, you spot the control dock where you had gone to get the clamps removed from your ship. As you fly by the streets of Mos Shooter, you spot some citizens ongoing their daily life, but you notice a lot of the crowds are heading in a similar direction. And that's when you see something you hadn't seen on your previous visit. A large kind of circular structure out front of the palace. A coliseum has been hastily built here. And you see crowds of people already filling the seats and heading in through the large doors. Like small vendors popped up around the outside selling what you can only imagine are snacks and drinks. And as you fly by that, you see that water tower which you had destroyed being propped back up with scaffolding and repaired. That's what you get on a flyby of the city. Are you planning on landing back in Landing Bay Orek?
The serial number on the ship was changed as well, right?
It was. You've now registered the ship as belonging to you guys and had all that brought up to date so that it wouldn't cause you any trouble anymore.
Yeah, so we'll go there.
Just a reminder, it's been registered to us guys who are currently
Yes.
were imprisoned by him, so our names might. The ship registry might not be a problem, but our names may.
Should we not maybe land to the one closer
Maybe
for a
we
quick
could.
exit?
Is
Landing
there
Bay
one
Besh.
closer to the Colosseum?
The map
Besh,
is
top
on.
left.
It's on. You can see the map.
Yeah, we'll go to the one closer.
All right. So you kind of bank
Yeah.
the ship towards the west side of town, and you can go ahead and land in Landing Bay Besh.
Yeah, we'll land there.
You bring the ship down. You feel as you touch ground that kind of like clamping system attaching, as it always seems to, and you are on Tatooine.
I'll say over the tannoy to everyone, we've arrived. Meet me in the cockpit.
Head over to the
Oh,
cockpit.
wait.
To the cockpit.
Okay,
I
yeah.
believe we should very briefly go over the plan, or what we have of it.
So, by the sounds of things, Pip Pip, Kalal, get together. If any kind of method of disguise you can get over your hoods, be good. I'm gonna look for a nearby guard. I can take their uniform so I can get a bit closer. We just need to blend in for now.
I'm not sure how close I will be able to get, but I will certainly be able to get inside. I have disguised myself as best I can.
That might be advantageous if we can have you on scope.
So just make sure we all have a comlink active.
Would it be more beneficial if I was a spectator?
Spectator from the entrance. Maybe you could pose as a droid on guard. We know they use security guards.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, so what is your plan as of right now? Are you guys all heading out the ship together?
I guess we should probably scatter our entrances into the Colosseum, right?
Should we also just make sure that Zaki's family are hidden?
I mean, they're all just on the ship.
Yeah, it might be hard to hide 50, but as you know, ship linked to our name.
Steal them in the galley.
I will say, as you guys unload the docking ramp to head off the ship, doesn't seem like any kind of alarm has been triggered here. Like, things seem business as usual on your arrival, but it is very quiet. Seems like a lot of the attention here is on the event going on right now.
Maybe we should instruct Zakin's family to just not even make a sound or acknowledge anyone that comes to inspect the ship while we are not here.
Yeah, you can instruct them to do that if you like.
Just in case they come to inspect, they see a bunch of them running around, they may assume the ship is stolen.
Yeah. As you instruct it, you hear Zakid's dad saying to the younger ones listen, you need to stay put if you're asked. And then all the he starts spinning it as another game of Nightcrawlers. Since it worked so well before.
Okay.
I think it's time.
Let's go save our friend.
Alright, so you're going to head over to the arena. So, on your flyby, you would have spotted it had, lots of entrances for the spectators to get through. There wasn't just, one entrance, you know. They were flooding in through multiple gates to different areas of seating, for example. Mm-hmm. So as you approach, you do see crowds going in different doors. And you could probably split up and all get into the main area of the building quite hassle-free in the crowd here.
I'd like to look for any kind of guards, any sentient.
Yeah,
guard.
sure.
Not human,
but just people
organic.
who would be dressed in that kind of style. You can go ahead and make a perception check. I'll make it a hard check just because of the crowding, but you know what you're looking for, so I'll give you a blue dice. Make a
perception,
yeah, perception check. You kind of scope through the crowd, and at least in this part of the arena, you don't see anyone who stands out as a hut grunt on guard. At least on the outside here. As you guys around, you see this large archway which leads into stairs and Colosseum style seating. With stairs that lead up into the seating. And then all kind of outside and around this area, there are market vendors selling cooked meats, Mantel mix by the bag, drinks of all kinds. Like they're treating it like a bit of an event, like a festival football game type thing.
Oh, do you wanna...
No, go on. Mine's silly. Yours is probably more important.
On the way in, like on like the doors on the outside, and as we go in, I'd like to be kind of keeping track of like any droid guards, what kind of droids they are, the weaponry they have, that kind of stuff, and where they're positioned.
As you look around, I'll say make a perception check for me as well. Are you all heading in this main entrance together, or are you kind of like spread out through this crowd of people?
I say spread out. Yeah.
I'm following Kalal.
So Kalal and Bit are together, heading in. We'll say one section. Let's say it's split into section A, B, C, and D. There's like 4 sections you can get in. Northeast, northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. They're like 4 quarters. Z, go ahead and make a perception check for me as well.
Perception, there it is. Fuck.
I swear you haven't rolled a success for like 3 games.
You don't, similarly to Took, you don't see any kind of guards. Especially not droid guards.
Okay. That sucks.
Just discreetly go into the comlink.
I think we just need to assess. It's looking like there's a lot of footfall. Get in there as soon as possible and find out where he is.
Shall we say, so Kalal and Bit are going in the northwest, yeah? Z, are you going on your own?
Yeah.
Which one would you go in? Northeast, southeast, or southwest?
Southeast.
Southeast. So as you round that side of the arena, you do pass by a door which is guarded. You do spot a couple of Gamorrean guards and a Weequay gentleman with like an eye patch. Not an eye patch. Like a cybernetic implant over his right eye. Like a kind of bulb, like a metal like scanner that is like attached to his head there. And he's got like a blaster rifle. And he also has 2 other Weequay guards with him. And they're kind of just guarding that entrance there as you kind of round past down towards the southeast side of the arena.
I'll say to Took, there are a small squad of Weequay guards towards the southeast.
What are they wearing? Are they all in uniform?
Are they all in uniform?
So the main guy seems to not be in hut guard uniform. He's got like, you can see he's got like cloth clothing on, but then underneath the on top of that he's got like combat armor, like a chest plate and shoulders and like wrist guards and stuff. Like he almost kind of, you could like kind of peg him for like a mercenary type perhaps.
They do.
The Gamorrean guards though are certainly wearing like what you'd expect them to wear, like some like the harness style thing with the axes.
The Weequay do not seem to be wearing uniform. They are probably externally hired, but there are uniformed guards with them.
That bodes well then. That bodes well. I'm gonna go through the
You went through southwest, right?
Southeast.
Southeast. Did someone go northwest? Is there a northwest entrance? Or...
Yeah,
that's where the other two
that's where you're going. Okay, I'll go through the. If there's, was there a southwest one?
There was a southwest one, or there was
I'm
a
gonna head to
northeast
the,
one.
I'm gonna go to the southwest one.
Yeah. So, would you have gone round with Z, or would you have gone round the other way?
Gone round with Z, then.
So
then,
we'll say then that you see this at the same time.
Yeah, I pointed them out, and
you would have spotted that at the same time, and you would you would see that gentleman is not quite dressed like a standard hut guard. He's kind of like a mercenary type.
Don't recognise him at all, do
I? No. It doesn't seem to be someone you've seen before.
That looks. Are people filtering through there, like spectators?
No, this is like
no
spectators are going in this door.
I'm going to try something. I think when I'm with Z, then seeing them and I was talking, I'm gonna head over to them.
I'll follow behind him in very like I am just bodyguard droid fashion.
Yeah, that's fine. As you approach, he's kind of like leaning up against the wall. He like flicks a cigarette down to the ground, like a stick of some kind. And, like leans forward, puts his rifle on his shoulder. Uh-huh. The spectator's entrance is around there.
Are you mistaken? No spectator. I've been hired in by Timo, extra muscle. Heard we might have some company since we had that problem down in Nashadar with a fellow Hutt being slayed.
Go ahead and make a charm or I'd say deception or charm or negotiation. Your choice. You've name dropped some pretty interesting names there, but I guess they're not. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll give you a blue dice.
Yeah. Deception. Yeah. I could do deception. Yeah, I'm gonna go for deception.
Still got 6 light side.
Oh yeah, fuck it, yeah. I always forget about light side. There we go.
He kind of like, you see his like demeanor change a little bit. Puts his gun off his shoulder and just holds it normally. Oh, that's actually a little handy. We're having trouble with some of the. Well, you better just get in there and find out for yourself.
No, I want to see the blood, you know. Could never see someone properly from the spectator stand either. I would have taken the job if it wasn't for the blood.
Right, yeah, well, there's a lot of it in there, trust me. Go on, get in. And
Yeah, head in.
he gestures towards one of the doors, and one of his other, like, guards puts the password in, and the door opens. You enter into a small kind of, like, it's just a mostly empty room, with one more guard inside. And there are 3 large doors, like big kind of like archway style doors with kind of like doors that you could tell open up and down, like big heavy.
Oh yeah,
doors.
like the classic ones in Revenge of the Sith, those big. Yeah.
And then there are 3 smaller doors, which you recognise to be of the type of the prison cell that you were kept in the palace.
Yeah.
Kind of like security doors. And the guard turns around. It's another Weequay gentleman. But he's got like a long braid like he used to have. Oh gosh, just in time. We're having trouble with the... Oh gosh, what's it bloody called? Well, you know, the big cat-like creature.
Oh,
Does it matter?
yeah, I know what you mean.
It's got Tim in there, and if it's not hungry, it won't want to eat the prisoners. So we kind of got to get him out. He's probably already gone though. So
You did get Tim out.
that's fine, Z. Well, Tim's body at least.
Oh.
But,
Shite.
but we can't hurt it. It's not going to be happy if, well,
Is it a Nexu?
it might be. Timo's not going to be happy if we hurt it.
I can retrieve it. It won't attack.
You think it won't attack you?
I believe it may not attack a non-biological. They are fueled by hunger.
Oh, I guess maybe. You could try it if you wanna. All right. He looks at you, Took. Very serious look. Stand back.
Oh yeah.
I'll take a few steps back.
He opens the door, like another security door, and as it begins to open, you see it reveals there's a ray shield on the other side. The door opens, and inside, as the light fills the room, you see like a 4-legged feline creature with a big, long, whip-like tail, with a very large, wide mouth.
Oh shit!
You may have known these to be called Nexu.
Is it currently behind the ray shield?
Yes, and it's not facing you, and you can see it like tearing apart something on the ground, and the room is caked in blood.
I'm gonna walk up to the ray shield, kind of like clatter my like hand against my gun, try and make some noise to distract it, and see if it kind of goes to attack.
It does stop for a moment.
Try a high frequency, Z.
Sniffs a little bit.
These are grunts. They won't know.
Sniffs a little bit. And like you see it kind of look at you over its shoulder, and then just go back to eating the guy on the ground. Yeah, I don't think there's much left to get out at this point.
I think just leave him.
Yeah, maybe. Well, just a light snack. One of the unlucky prisoners is gonna have to face him.
How's the other beasts? How are they doing?
No problems with those. Beep, 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 beep. Closes the door again. The prisoners, and he like gestures over to the security cells. One of them gets to go against that, and if they somehow defeat it unarmed, they go free.
My bets if it's that little one, it's gonna get absolutely torn to bits.
Yeah, I mean he's been kicked to shit as well, so he's not even. He really annoyed Timo, like more than usual.
Well, when you fall out of grace with a hut, they don't tend to be merciful.
Too right. He's in one of them. Not sure which, but is it Mao?
Can I look around? Is it just him in here?
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell!
But there's only a door between you and those other 5 people.
That little one, he cheered me out of a lot of credits too. If you don't tell the others,
And I'm gonna switch to he's a weak way too. I'm gonna switch to pheromones.
don't tell the others. I just want to kick the shit out of it. Just before he goes on, it's not fair seeing him seeing someone else get to kick the shit out of him.
Make a charm, negotiation, deception, whatever you think's most appropriate.
I'd say could be charm, not my strongest suit. Let's see. No.
Look, as much as I would love to, he's been battered enough. He needs to be alive for there to be a show, and Timo isn't gonna like if he's dead.
True.
I switch back to pheromones. Give him a nod.
Ah, well. You just have to wait. Is that all they need to be doing? Wondered if we could stay here. Watch the bloodbath from a better angle.
Yeah, you can help me. In fact, we've got to send out the first contestant.
Yeah, sure.
And just before we do that, Bip Bip and Kalal, have you made your way into the stadium so you can see the arena, or are you going somewhere else?
I mean, are there any obvious directions to where it might get to a more personal room with Timo? And by which I mean, does it look like, sort of like Jabba's palace? There's lots of people in that space rather than a private booth for him to look over.
Right.
This.
What I will say is, you can hear a booming voice throughout this arena, like on some kind of speaker system. Speaking Huttese every now and then. And as you kind of get through the cheers and the crowds into that main arena space, you do actually see that up on a balcony, sitting in a large chair with a couple of his choice companions, you do see Timo the Hutt kind of lounging backwards on a chair, sipping on a drink.
What is the closest position of seating that's near him?
I do have a map. It's not one that I made. It's one that I am using from Reddit. But you can see there. You have to scroll down, obviously. You can see a Timo the Hutt sitting above on his little balcony there, and there would be others up there with him in this kind of luxurious little area. You guys went in the northwest, so you'd be in this section of the seating over here.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of where I'd like to try and get.
What I'll do is I'll add to your tokens.
How much higher than he? Oh my goodness, words! How much higher than us would he be in terms of elevation? And Can we see him?
You can see him. He's a little bit higher. He's not like maybe like 5 meters higher up and out from you. Let's put you two there. So Z and Tucker over there. Zakian is also over there, and then you two are here. So we'll say that you guys are in a room somewhere below on the east side of the arena.
Right. Yeah, that's cool with me. I'll just kind of get there, kind of settle in, I guess, and keep an eye on him and just kind of wait for any update.
All right. As you guys settle in, you do hear he speaks in Huttese. And the whole crowd go like roar and go crazy. And then you hear a droid, like a protocol droid, say like, "The mighty Timo requests that the first prisoner be executed." And that's when everyone goes crazy. And out of the doors on your side, this is when that other Wee Quay opens one of the prison cells, and inside the cell you see 2 Duros, large kind of like blue heads with big red eyes, in very like old clothing. They're just like cuddling in the corner. He's like, "Right, you two, get up, it's your turn, good luck, and don't come back." And he pushes them out of a door.
This is a different cell, right? Yeah.
It's not that you don't see exactly in this cell.
Yeah.
He like grabs them and he points at you to grab the other one. He, like,
Oh yeah, sure.
pushes them out into the arena, and they kind of stumble out, covering their eyes because of the sunshine. And you two see this. You see these 2 Duros walk out into the arena, and they kind of just keep walking until they're in sort of like the center, and they're looking around, very disoriented. And the droid says, "Now, their challenger," and everyone goes crazy. And another kind of like arched door opens on the side of the arena, and from out of that you see that similar creature, 4 legs, whip-like tail, big wide mouth with full of sharp knife-like teeth, kind of slowly walk out, covered in blood already, like caked in blood, its mouth. And
I turn to the Weequay quickly and say,
Pay you 20 credits, they don't last 5 seconds.
I bet you they don't last 5.
Deal.
Shakes hand. And immediately as he says that, the Nexu pounces and jumps on one of the Duros, and like with its claws, which are in their own right the size of vibro knives, claws across his chest and completely rips him open, leaving him in like a gory, visceral pile on the ground. The other one kind of doesn't know how to react and begins to try and run away, and it pounces. This is within a matter of seconds. Pounces on the other Duros, clamping its teeth around his like head, and it's big enough to go down to his chest, and just bites down, and you watch as it goes limp, and he tears it off and eats it. And it lasted about maybe 5, maybe 6 seconds.
"Oh, more than okay."
Maybe slightly more, and he's like, "Well, I think I was closer."
Let's just call it even. I'll take your bet on the next one.
All right. And then you watch as another whole team of Wee Quay come out of other doors, and Gamorreans, and they kind of use these large kind of like prods and like 2 big kind of like sides of a cuff around its neck on 2 big sticks. You know what I'm talking about? They join together around its throat, and they make like a collar, and then they kind of like rear it back into one of the cells, and then they spend the next sort of like 10 minutes. The whole crowd erupts and goes like cheers and goes crazy for this. Drinks get flown everywhere, Kalal and Bip. And 10 minutes pass as they kind of clear out the blood. They kind of just get rid of the bodies. They leave the blood and guts on the ground. And then another announcement is made for the next prisoner to come out, and this one is an Ithorian man, and he kind of walks out in a similar fashion, and another creature comes out, 6 legs, each like sharp knives.
Ackley. I love the Ackley.
And that guy kind of runs away, and he's like, just through sheer fear, he's able to outrun it for a while, and he kind of runs around the arena, darting around, and everyone's like, boo! As he's kind of just avoiding it, and eventually it corners him and just plunges one of its spear-like legs through his chest and like lifts him up, throws him to the ground, and starts eating him. And they spend some time cleaning that up.
Nudge Kalal. And just says, oh, man. You said don't get this sport. What is this?
It is the sport of watching people die.
Doesn't seem very fun to me.
And then you hear another announcement. The protocol droid speaks again. And now, the next prisoner. The man who amassed a debt of more than 250,000 credits. And flee Timo for so long. And Took and Z, the Weequay, turns to you and says, alright, it's time for that little bugger's turn.
Oh, give me the orders. I want to be the one that throws them in.
And Zakian, you are in that familiar kind of... You just drop out of this vision of your death, basically. You're hung upside down in that arena. It's the first bit of proper light you've seen in so long. And then this horrible creature eats you. And as you wake up, you're again in that dark space. No, you can't really make anything out. You can just feel the sensation that you're upside down. And then you see, similar to your vision, you see a small bit of light. And before, where you had seen an arena full of people, you see a familiar silhouette being revealed as the door opens. Your Captain Took is standing in the doorway. You're a bit disoriented and confused, and obviously in pain, but you recognize him.
And as soon as I see him, I'm gonna shout, "Alright, you little shit! Time to kill you!" And I give him the eye.
Right, what you see is you see like Zakin's got one completely swollen eye that you can barely see out of.
Shit.
You can see like cuts, you can see like burns in his like fur and that, and he's just staring like hasn't got a clue who it is, just recognizes the voice, but he can't actually mutter any words. He's just like making sounds.
He's trying to say something.
We just can't get any words out.
I'm gonna head over.
He's on
Where's
this.
the other weak way?
He's on this kind of like contraption. It's like a tractor beam holding him upside down. These kind of like metallic cuffs. Like think about Mr. Incredible in The Incredibles.
Yeah.
He's upside down like that with these kind of like large cuffs around his wrists and ankles, and that whole thing is on like wheels you can move. And the other guard steps into the cell and he grabs one side of it and he's like, right, let's push him out.
I'll grab the. Oh, it's like he gets pushed in, already chained up. We're not unchaining him.
No, he's floating upside down.
Oh shit!
I
start pushing him. I'm just outside the cell.
I'm gonna. Can I walk up and I'm gonna put my hand on the other weak way's chest and be like, "This is the captain's," and kind of try and push him away from pushing Zakian.
It's whose?
No, Z. It's all right. He can push him.
And I give him an eye.
Fine, I'll step back.
All right.
Is it how close are we together? Is it quite like a wide apparatus?
It's probably like 5 foot. Like if you're talking about a grid, there's a 5 foot gap between you. You're like 10 foot away from each other on a grid.
Okay.
It's you, Zakian, then him.
I start wheeling it till we're like about 5 foot, 10 foot away from the
door to the arena is like slowly opening. You see light
do you know
coming
where it's open from? Is he opening it or is it?
Imagine you take him out of the cell, and in the main room there's a large door that you've seen the prisoners get pushed out before. That's like opening up.
So he didn't activate it to be opened. It was activated from somewhere else.
It's just like it's just been happening when the call has been made. It's just been happening. But Zakian, you do see that large door beginning to open as well.
And I use Bad Motivator.
You absolutely can use Bad Motivator. So I believe that is a 4 difficulty mechanics check.
Let me double check. It's been a little while.
It's been a while.
Hard mechanics check.
Hard. All right, let me just adapt the dice appropriately. I added one then. I've removed one now. Go for it.
And can I use light side for any benefit? Like a blue dice or something?
I'll allow you to remove one difficulty from the check. Make it an average check.
Yeah,
I think that is one of the appropriate uses for force dice.
Is it mechanics or... Yeah, it's mechanics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Alright. Let's do that. Where is it?
Make it worth it.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Alright. So, Took and Z, as you kind of follow this guy as he's pushing it, you look at Zatkin, and Zatkin kind of like sees the door opening, and then all of a sudden, just kind of like out of nowhere, the door seizes up. It's like a quarter open. You could crawl underneath. And the guard's like, oh, hang on. This always does this. And he turns his back to you. There's like a little computer system on the wall, and he starts to try and fix it.
I'm then gonna go behind him, take my vibroblade out, and hold it to his throat. Don't make a word.
What the?
While he's doing that, I'm gonna take a look at the mechanism that's holding Zakian and see if there's any way that I can disable it or unchain him.
Yeah, I would say you can kind of see there's like specific switches to like make him be upright, turn him around, but also on and off.
Yeah, I'll turn it off and kind of pick him up.
Catch him as he falls, and Zakian, you feel your body return to a state of not being like the blood rush to your head. It's a little bit disorienting, but
Yeah, he's very dizzy.
you're kind of being held by Z.
Can he keep this grip to his throat, and then gesture for him to come back with me? Take a few steps back. Lay prone on the ground.
All right, okay, hang on. I've not got a death wish. He steps back with you a little bit. You say lay prone on the ground.
On the ground.
Make a coercion check.
I kind of try and push him as well. Yeah. So I get a mixture.
I'm gonna make it a medium check. I'm gonna give you blue dice as well because you've kind of done the job. It feels like. Go for it.
Coercion. Oh.
All right.
Oh.
I will. He kind of like starts to lower down. Do you like take the sword away?
So, crawl under there, and I gesture to the gate.
What?
Can't you hear them? They want blood. And we're gonna give it to them. Crawl. I said crawl. And I stab the vibroblade like into his leg.
He just like screams out in pain. You might as well just kill me here.
What fun would that be?
Make a final coercion check. This one's gonna be much harder.
Final coercion. Let's see.
He's still,
Yes.
fuck me,
Oh,
Took.
That's
So
a fight.
Fine. He starts crawling underneath the door, and you guys see this, Bip and Kalal, but
Yeah,
you know that's not Zakian. That's odd.
Got my binoculars on the door.
The whole crowd roar, and Kalal, you've got an eye on Timo. He seems to be too distracted talking to someone next to him that he doesn't realize that it's not Zakian. The whole crowd erupt because they don't know what Zakian looks like. The whole crowd erupt, and you see him. Bip, you notice he's like bleeding already. He like limps out into the middle. And then the protocol droid says, and now, the challenger. And you see a large door open. And there's like a moment of silence, and you see that guard is moving as far north in the arena as he can. He's trying to get as far away from that door as he can. And then slowly you hear like...
Oh no.
large footsteps.
Rancor.
Very heavy footsteps. And as the sunshine beams down on this kind of like orangey tan coloured leathery skin with claws on its hands the size of swords and teeth to match, this huge rancor walks out of the arena and immediately just starts walking towards this guard. He tries to get as close to the wall as he can underneath that balcony in hopes that somehow it won't be able to reach him. And you watch as it is big, but obviously this arena was built for this purpose, and his attempts are futile as it swipes its claws down and stabs his claws into the side of this guard, picks him up above its head, and everyone in the crowd erupts as he drops it and just bites him and basically swallows this guard.
Go to heads to Carlago. Okay, Misa think that they have done their job. If that was not Zakian, and he was already bleeding, Misa think that we should go.
At this point, Kalo, you see Timo like double check as the head of the guard rolls along the floor and his feet fall the other side. And he like leans over to one of his guards by his side, says something away from the microphone. You watch as a few of them walk away, and you guys in the prison here.
Would we have time to have done something before?
As this happens, you hear a knock on the outside. As like as you guys get Zakian out of the contraption and check that he's okay, you hear a knock at the door. Actually, they have the password to the door, don't they? They would knock.
We should have brought the speeder.
Yeah, that would have been a great idea.
I fucking fueled it up. Why did?
You see the door open. Hey, what's going on in here? The prisoner, what are you doing? He like raises his gun.
I ain't the prisoner. Prisoner's behind you.
You fucking idiot! And he fires at you.
Jesus Christ.
He's behind you.
Why does that work in movies?
What? Did that work?
Fucking hell.
It works in everything.
Well, he knows what a prisoner looks like, I'm afraid, Turk. This will just be a 2 difficulty shot. He's not taking the time to aim, so he's not going to get any blue dice. He's similarly not going to get any black dice, so it'll just be a straight to hit. I'm going to give him that amount of skill in this particular thing, as this is the guy with like the cybernetic implant on his eye. In fact, he is going to get a blue dice because he has that.
Oh shit!
But he's going to blast you with his rifle. Success. Awesome threat. You watch as he fires a red bolt of energy, hits Took in the shoulder as you kind of lurch back. Zakian, you hear that and see that, and obviously, of course, Z as well. And we're going to have to go ahead and roll some initiative here. As I would say that Z, Bip Bip, and Kalo, have you guys had your comm links on to communicate this whole time, or is it?
We have, yes.
So
I said that before.
You would hear the sound of like blaster fire, like beginning. Obviously, some kind of interruption has happened on the other side of the arena there, so you're gonna have to make your way over there as quick as you can.
Yeah. I mean, I've already said that to Carlisle that we need to go.
Yeah. So you guys have begun making your way round, unless you're going through the damn arena. But
I mean, that did cross my mind. It's a quicker route.
There is a rancor in there right now.
Yes.
Then.
Fight the Rancor.
Yeah. I mean, I could do. No, we're going round.
Ride the Rancor.
Is it like, picture a football stadium?
Mm-hmm.
Right. If we go down the stairs, can we then walk around the inside all the way around to where they are?
Is it a whole concourse?
Is it a whole concourse circle?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we know what entrance they went through. So
yeah, it's gonna take you a little while to get around there, but you're on your way.
All right, fine.
Okay. this is not how I was expecting this to go, but nothing ever goes the way I expect it to go, so...
How did you expect it to go?
I thought you would be in that arena fighting that Rancor right now. Okay. So, Took, Z, roll initiative, and Zakian, roll initiative for me. Guys.
What initiative are we rolling?
You are going to roll the reactive...
Vigilance.
Vigilance.
Vigilance for me, please.
Nice. I like that it's vigilance because that is a big fat.
Wowza, that's a good
4.
one.
My vigilance is not great.
Nope.
Nope.
Yep, spot on.
0.
Well, I'm straight 0.
And then Zakian?
He's not going to take part.
No?
Nah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to do... Oh, fuck. I have a Gamorrean sheet here somewhere.
Oh, these bastards count as minions too, right?
Yeah.
Wankers.
I think I have a Gamorrean stat block here somewhere. I definitely used to. Oh, no, I had that physically, didn't I? I would say it's worth rolling it. You won't be in the combat order immediately, but it's worth rolling it. Fucking balls. Okay, this guy is going to have some vigilance. That's okay, I can add a PC. How much was it? 3... Oh wait, 3-0 is on there though. That must be you.
Yeah, no bit-bips rolled.
Oh wait, you need me to roll?
You absolutely can, yeah.
Oh, how much
Oh,
damage
right.
did I take, by the way? from that
You would have
blaster shot?
taken, that would have been an 8 damage blaster rifle.
8 damage. Okay.
I didn't know you need me to roll. Sorry, as
No, that's okay, that's okay. I'm still doing my ones as well. Z rolled literally 0, so you can't do
Yeah.
worse than that.
I mean, I got close.
Oh, yeah.
I got close.
How the hell do you spell Gamorrean? That'll do.
Can you upgrade?
Glamor. They're fabulous Glamorian guards.
Glamorian.
Oh, you can upgrade vigilance. Oh, okay. Fair.
Weak guards. Yeah, it's a skill, right? Vigilance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come Kanao had a blue dice for initiative?
I do not know, actually. Unless that's a skill that he has.
Get that off of there.
Nah, fucking
It's a
cheating.
It's a skill. Look at him.
It's a skill.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a skill. I get blue dice on all my vigilance checks.
Oh,
That's neat.
okay. I thought it would just be yellow. I thought you'd get an
Oh
upgrade
no,
or something.
it's not my skill. It's like an added.
Yeah. Okay, I get you. Like skill tree
A
type
talent.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Oh.
It's only 1 though, so because it doesn't matter because it gets knocked down the order no matter what. Could be in 1-4. Because the weight is heavier on the other side, isn't it? Oh, the Gamorreans are better though. Alright. So immediately after this blaster is fired, Took, you react quickest.
Okay, so are they all are they all in close?
Right now, you see
engaged?
through the one little security door, you just see that one weak way standing far at you. Behind them, you do see the other guards, but they're kind of. I mean, you could aim at them, but they're like a bit obscured.
But
behind
they're
him.
not next. They're not right next to him, or are they right next to him?
They would be considered for the blast. 2 of them would be.
Two. They
blast.
both would be. Okay.
They're sort of standing like he's here. One's on his left shoulder, one's on his right shoulder, ready to like flood into the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that then. So as a reaction, get blasted, and then I just flamer.
Yeah.
The weak weight.
Okay. What do you need to roll for that, sir?
I would just need to roll
It's just
me
a regular to hit, right?
regular attack. Yeah.
Cool. So 2 purple at this range because you are all in very close quarters right now. Short range. I am ready for the roll, sir.
Oh.
All right. You thrust your arm forward, and this spray of flames. Zakian, I think you may have never seen this in action. You may have seen, I don't know.
Zakin's unconscious.
Oh, he's just out of it. Well, the spray of flame fires across, and you watch as it burns the first guy, almost encompassing him, and then the flames lick round and completely burn the 2 other Weequay guards next to him. So that's 5 damage, right?
5 damage with 2 pierce.
5 damage, 2 pierce, and then 2.
And I
2
think
damage to the other guy.
it's
'cause
got
blast
burn.
2, right?
Yeah, it has blast 2. Yeah, and they
does burn
also
do?
have burn. So I think they take a damage a turn. No, yeah,
Oh, on their turn they take 2 more damage.
2 damage.
It's
Yes,
got
I don't know
burn
how
2.
many turns it's. Yes, burn 2. Either that means it means 2 rounds, or it means just they take 2 damage on the next turn. I'm gonna check. Burn. Here we go.
Double check for me, but I think
Yeah,
it's
weapons with burn inflict damage over time. If the damage attack is successful, the target continues to suffer the weapon's base damage each round for a number of rounds equal to the weapon's burn rating. Wow. Damage is applied at the start of each target turn.
So
So it's gonna last.
each turn.
It's gonna last 2 rounds, and they're gonna take 5
Right.
damage each.
Damage. Not all of them. So I assume the other 2 will probably. Wait, that's kind of how it sounds.
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
hit by the burn. It's not hit,
Yes,
it's hit
but
by the
they're on
burn.
fire. But a victim might be able to stop the flames by rolling on the floor and making an agility check as this action.
Right, okay,
This
so
is
they
a
have to
2.
stop, drop, and roll.
Yes, I can post it in. See, you can do the ruling on that. I'll put it in the chat so everyone can move next. This is what it says on the website. I could check the book as well.
Oh yeah, sure, that's fine. All right, well that is your turn for now. As these guys, they actually look pretty worse for wear. The 2 guys behind him, look a little bit better, but they're certainly not happy with being on fire. But whose go is it? It's the Gamorrean guard's turn. Gosh, this is an impromptu, panicky moment for me. Bear with me. So that was 5 damage to the main guy, right? With 2 pierce.
5 damage with 2 pierce. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the burn damage will come on a later round.
Yeah.
I need Gamorrean tokens, because of course I do. Should have had that all better prepared. I apologise. Alright. The 2 Gamorreans kind of push past the people who are on fire, and they're going to run into the room and attempt to smack you boys up. So, I actually need to get I still need the stat sheet up. I'm trying to desperately find one. I'm sure it's in the core rulebook somewhere. Conflict and combat. Game Master. Galaxy. Hot space. I have it in that physical book, but I keep putting that book away and then having to get it back out. Oh no, it's here. Woohoo! I didn't put it away. Oh, I spilled water. Ah! It's old paint water as well. Gross. Luckily, it's only a small amount. All right. Gamorreans are going to run into the room, use their vibro axes to attack 1 Took, 1 Z, okay?
Sound like you're putting an order in.
1 Took and 1 Z.
I'll have
please.
1 Took, 1 Z.
Because they'll probably have 2 black dice from me, I think, if they're melee at me, because of my armor and my weapon.
Yeah. You're not in that special form, though, are you?
No, but my weapon has defense 1. Add
Yeah.
1 plus, so it'd be 3 if I was in that special form.
All good. No worries, sir. They are going to raise their axes and swing down at you. 1 for Took. Success. You take, as the axe cuts into a gap in your armor, that is 5 damage. Z, what armor do you have, sir?
1.
1. Okay. That is not a success. The other one slams down towards you and is unable to hit. You dodge to the side with Zakin in your arms. Or maybe, yeah, I guess you are holding him right now, huh?
Yeah.
Alright. That's their turn. PC, he rolled 3-0. That's Kalal. So Kalal, you spend your turn moving as far as you can. We'll say you would probably arrive at the beginning of...
Wait, moving where?
I mean, are you and Bip heading round to where you know that they've gone?
Towards where the fight is.
Yeah.
No.
Where are you going?
I'm keeping my eye on Timo.
So you're staying here.
Is he moving? Does he look like he's making a
Go
move?
ahead and make a perception check to see what he's up to.
Alrighty. I can do that. That's something I can do. Just need to find the right skill. Perception.
I am ready for you, sir.
Glad to hear it. Oh!
All right. You notice quite a few things going on right now. you notice that the crowds are beginning to catch on to blaster fire, and they kind of are a bit confused because this is an arena, sure, but I don't see anyone fighting right now. You do see people beginning to like stand and leave. Some of the people are a bit more savvy and perceptive. But you focus your attention on Timo, and you do see Timo. You see a lot more guards appearing on Timo's balcony, sort of surrounding him. And you do actually see someone bringing him like, almost like a helmet that they put on him, and it's like this kind of like armor for a hut armor. But he doesn't seem to be moving or anything like that as of yet.
Has Bip gone yet?
No, because he hasn't had his turn.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I think in which case, because of that, I think I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay there, kind of like, I guess, blend with the crowd, but try to. I'm not going to be making to move just yet. I'm keeping my eye on that balcony, focusing on that because I'm not convinced we've got away.
All right.
No, obviously I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, better safe than sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, that's me.
Right, Weequay's turns. They are going to immediately try to stop themselves from being on fire. I'm just going to move this fight so that it can be seen on stream.
I put a message into. I think it seems a bit crazy if because
Just
it's
the main
target.
target.
I think it's just the main target.
So they just get the bleed damage, but he.
Yeah, they just get licked by the fire. Yeah. Because he's
That
the one
makes
that's got
more
the
sense.
main front of it. Yeah.
So on their
bit
turn,
crazy.
then the first one is going to lean round the door and take a pot shot towards Z with his blaster pistol. So that'll be a 2 difficulty. He's not necessarily aiming because he's panicking, and you have 1 armor.
Yes.
And he is a minion, so he'll have just that to hit. Success nonetheless. Pew! He leans around and fires at you. The gun sparks in his face, and he takes 1 wound. He has 3. Yeah, he takes 1. Cool.
How
No,
much
they're not
damage
actually in
that?
the arena. I'm just doing it so that they're on stream visible. What'd you say, sorry?
How much damage is that?
That is a blaster pistol. So that'll be, I believe, regular blaster pistols. This is a 5 damage blaster pistol.
Okay.
Pew! As he leans around, a little blast. And then he's going to just lean and use his maneuver to take cover, so he's harder to hit on the side of the door there. Next, Weequay. Boss, you need to radio for backup. We can't handle this. He's going to turn around, pew! Take a pot shot at Z, because you're the one who's closest to the door. It's just worked out. So same again. Oh, no, I've cleared my dice pool. That is not the roll button. Fail. He does not. Oh, I didn't give him any. Didn't give me dice. That's why. Still a fail. As he misses, the blaster bolt flies wide, and he's going to use his maneuver to take cover as well. Who rolled 0-3?
That'll be me.
All right. So are you using your turn now to dash round the outside of the arena or the inside?
Is there time to have a conversation with Kalo?
I'll allow a quick one.
Are we so going?
Going where?
You
Ship
did
to the sound?
to them. You hear the shooting? They must have Zakian, no?
Perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. I would be no use. I think if things go south, I need to be here.
Bye.
Okay.
Gone.
Damn.
Bip-Bip's gone.
All right. So Bip starts dashing and moving his way around. I'd say it'd probably take you a while. This map obviously isn't like something I made. It's not perfect to represent the size of this place.
Would you say like
Probably get to there. Boom, boom. And then it will take you boom, boom. So it's going to take you like 2 whole turns to get in that room. It's going to take you a while.
okay?
Wide bit.
Whoa, stretch Bip-Bip. Okay, so you wouldn't say a turn would be to each entrance.
For the sake of ease, we'll say ease. It's going to take you 2 turns to get there fully.
What if can I do an extra maneuver?
That is with all of your movement. This is you like absolutely beelining it as fast as you can.
Right, okay. So no strain.
No,
Okay.
because you would not be using your action for anything else, so you could just use that.
Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah, because you can't do it again. Yeah.
You can't do 3
Right.
at a
Yeah,
time.
I get you. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All
okay.
right.
Until I'm there.
0-0. Who rolled 0, guys?
Wonder.
Who rolled 0 on initiative? Absolute trash.
The assassin droid fucking rolls a 0. Jesus Christ.
You don't like fighting.
So it's a maneuver to like draw or holster a weapon, right? And I have an ability that is quick draw, so I can do it as an incidental. Could I use that and also spend my maneuver for a little bit of flavor, and I want to use my cape to tie Zakian onto my torso like Grogu?
I'll absolutely allow that.
Brilliant. And then I'm gonna pull out my rifle and take a shot at the dude who popped round the door and shot me.
So it's gonna add an extra black dice to hit him because he's like ducking out of cover.
Alright, who's this guy's like?
Yeah, he's
cover,
on
right?
fire in the doorway. You
Oh,
see, like his whole left arm and left leg is just like set on fire.
I'll shoot him right in the cybernetics.
Oh, is that a called shot?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not
That
going to
is
add
a fun
difficulty.
one.
Are you aiming? No, you've used your maneuver. Unless
Yeah.
you're taking strain.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll take strain. 2 strain,
Alright.
right?
Yeah, 2 strain. This will be... He does have armor on. But it'll be a... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna... The way this map has worked out, you are actually in melee combat range with him. So this will be a harder shot.
Okay. Okay. I'll do the aim maneuver though.
That's fine. Go for it.
Ready? Come on. Oh no, roll exactly 0!
Whoa, shit.
Again.
What is it?
Why are the 2 black dice in there?
He's wearing some pretty nice looking combat armor.
Oh damn.
He shut down because of this.
Alright. Z, that's your turn, pal, I'm afraid. If he's with us. He's back. He's back. He didn't die. Alright. Up next. Back to the top of initiative.
Now we're at the top of initiative. I'm gonna roll in.
Alright.
Was it vigilance?
Yeah, it would be vigilance for you as well. 1. Alright. Cool. So who's going first? As we are in the second round.
Can I just go first and keep moving? Get me out of the way.
We can do it that way if everyone's happy with that.
Yep.
Alright, so...
I mean, I'm not going to be able to do anything because I'm not even there.
So you guys can see... actually, yeah, so... Bip, you're now reaching where the inside bit comes to an end and there's a wall and you need to go out. Just out and in the door where like...
Out
you
and
can,
in.
Or you can
Okay.
go.
you can
or
hear
you
the
go
fighting
Jump
now.
down and go under.
Oh, yeah, you can
into
jump
where the
down into
Rancor is?
You can jump into the arena with the Rancor, yeah. You
No,
can do
you
that.
jump down and then go under because it's a quarter up, isn't it?
Yeah, Mitch won't give me that chance. Come on.
I'm a nice DM.
We don't need the Rancor's attention on anyone.
But that is all the movement you can muster for that round, bit. But you can
that's
you can
fine.
now hear the fight going on in very close proximity. The Glamorians are going to take their turns to I think their game plan here is just to try and get you guys down. So they're going to take attacks, one against each of you again. So I'll do against Took first because you have more black dice to encounter.
Yes.
That is a critical hit.
Shit.
Ouch.
Alright. Let's see.
I
Why do
will
I keep
remember.
critting you guys in combat? Oh my god.
Yeah, I will remember my
Do
ability
you
this
want
time.
to kill us?
What is your ability, sir?
Just if there's a critical injury, I can expend a light side point to. It's called
Here.
Okay.
uh,
So he rolled a 33, so
33. That's not too bad.
the target is staggered until the end of his next turn. You are stunned.
Stunned till the end of his.
Until
His
the
next-
end of your next turn. So you will miss your turn, basically.
Oh. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can use this. I might be able to use this light side point.
Yeah.
Where is it? Heroic Fortitude may spend 1 destiny point to ignore effects of critical injuries on brawn or agility checks until the end of the encounter. Do you reckon that's...
On brawn or agility checks?
It depends. If your melee uses brawn, then yes.
That's confusing wording because...
Yeah, it's called Heroic Fortitude.
So is that like if it's a brawn or agility check?
Yeah, so I think if it's like a blaster or a kind of melee crit.
I was gonna say, mind you, if you're using a sword or something, then would that not be a melee?
Yeah,
check,
it's
not,
confusing
not
because the some of the critical hits specifically state like they strain whenever they use this stat or whatever, but
I see.
Brawn is not a
this
skill
one is
check.
just you are just stunned.
Okay.
So I'm confused on what that does.
Yeah, I know this just doesn't work for like permanent critical injuries.
I'm gonna
People are
allow
saying
it
like
because it's fun.
yeah, because people just be on upvoted saying Heroic Fortitude doesn't deal with permanent effects. Like if you had your arm cut off or anything, you can't fix
no,
that. But
that
you
makes
can,
sense.
Yeah, but
Well, this is not a permanent effect, so I'm gonna allow you to do it.
Yeah, so I'm spending the light side.
I'm gonna allow it. But the hit still lands. You still take 5 damage as the axe kind of he kind of like raises the axe and just goes in with a sideways blow and hacks into the side of you. Like it doesn't cut through your armor, but your armor thrusts and pokes you in the ribs and feels like something might be broken under there. But you shake it off. All right. The other one is gonna go for Z. As he rears up for an overhead strike down into Z's shoulder, he lifts the axe above his head, Z, and as you go to dodge back, similarly to how you did before, he reads it and plunges the axe directly, like hitting your chassis where your shoulder is, and narrowly misses Zakin's head. But that is the Gamorrean's turns. PC.
How much damage do I take for that? Sorry.
5 damage for the axes.
5.
Who's up next?
As an incidental, can I shout something?
Absolutely.
Go, Z! Just go!
I am not going to pay any attention to that.
Whose turn is it?
After the axe comes across Z, Zakian's gonna become conscious.
Yeah. There's this huge metallic clanging that rings through your ears as that axe impacts the metallic body of Z right by your ears.
And he's gonna drop off of Zakian. Drop off of Z. And I imagine because he's been in prison, he hasn't got any of his own stuff.
You do not have any of your belongings.
No. So as I drop down, I'm gonna grab one of Z's blasters.
I will have a blaster.
You have a hand blaster, right?
Yeah.
Is it a heavy blaster or is it a light blaster pistol?
It is. It's just a blaster rifle.
A blaster rifle?
But it does. Oh, sorry. It is just a blaster pistol. Yeah.
Do you have a spare rifle?
No.
Okay.
I just read the wrong one.
So it's a regular blaster pistol, not a heavy blaster pistol.
No, it's range light blaster pistol.
No, but
it's not a heavy
pistols
blaster pistol.
use range light, but heavy ones do more damage.
Well, it does. It does 6 damage, so...
I think that's light. That's fine. I just wanted to know, for damage-wise. 6 damage. That works. Cool. So you drop out of this kind of made little harness for yourself, grab the blaster on the way down, kind of find your feet, kind of drop to a knee for a moment, but find the strength to carry on. What's your plan, Zakian?
Can I aim?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll aim at this guy here. At the back.
Which one, sorry?
This one.
I thought you was joking about Bit for a sec there. I will say you can see him kind of ducking in cover up against the wall of the door. So it'll be a harder shot, but you can still take it if you want.
I want to say that's the first one I spot.
Yeah,
so
sure.
In my disoriented state, that's what I'm going to go for.
You'll get a black dice for taking cover, but it will still be a average difficulty check. Range.
I'll get a blue for aiming, right?
You will. Let me add that to the dice pool.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah. Fail. As you kind of are not very steady on your feet right now, you kind of fire the blaster and the weakness in your arm, like you're not at your full strength, the recoil is way too much and you completely miss. Blast the ball next to him.
Actually makes me fall over as well.
Yeah, you just stumble back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is that your turn, Zakin?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the first Wee Quay who is on fire is going to start patting himself. And you said he literally has to stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, he will take. I think because it's the start of the new round, he will take the 5.
Yeah.
Damage with. Would you say the pierce works with the burn? Yeah, the 2 pierce.
Yeah, because he's already on fire.
Yeah, he's on fire. Yeah.
The pierce has already happened. So he starts patting the flames, and you can see like his flesh starting to bubble underneath the kind of like his forearms are exposed underneath his armor, and you can see the burn starting to like eat away at his skin, and he just throws his blaster rifle on the ground and starts like rolling on that side to try and put the fire out. That's going to be his turn.
What was it? An agility, something like that.
Oh, was there a check he has to make?
There's a check. Yeah. The check. Yeah. A victim might be able to stop the damage by rolling around on the ground and making an agility check as an action. This is an average 2 purple dice. Coordination check on hard surfaces such as hull or spaceships, or an easy on grass or soft ground.
I'm going to consider this an easy check because it's a sandy.
Sand. Yeah, it makes sense.
Floor. I'm going to give him 2 agility, 2 green. Let's see. Flat out, he's still on fire on the ground.
Nothing.
Oh.
He's just rolling around on the floor on fire, screaming.
Nice.
One of the other weak way with a light blaster, the one you shot at.
How does his scream sound?
He's like, ah, stop! Make it stop! And as that happens, the other one who you shot at, who previously said like we need to get the radio, he's like, shit, we need backup. He looks over at his mate. I'm gonna get the radio, and he like runs in the doorway, and you see him like trying to through the fire spot the comm link on his burning friend, burning captain. He's gonna make a perception check to see if he can see it through the fire. I'm gonna make it hard. Because I'm going to say, with that failed check, the fire has now, like, spread across his chest and is now burning quite, like, a bit more intense. He cannot spot the comlink. He's like, I can't see it! And he's just going to duck back into cover. The other one is going to pop round and fire at Yuzi. This is an average check. He's going to take the moment to aim this time. Actually, no, he's not, because his maneuver is going to be to get back into cover afterwards. Fail! So, no hit there, unfortunately. That is the end of the weak race turn. As he ducks back into cover. Player 1-0, who hasn't gone yet. Who we got left? Kalal and Took, right?
Can I go? I haven't been.
And Z. Yeah, you can go, yeah.
I'm going to shoot at the guard that's in front of Took.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll also aim. And...
Oh, hang on. Oh, I ain't got the dice pool ready, you fool.
Oh, sorry.
You got
away with that one.
Airport got another fail.
Really?
So, which one are you firing at? Sorry, make it clear.
The Gamorrean guard that's been attacking Took.
Sure, you're going to fire at him. That's going to be too difficult, no armor. Going to get a blue dice because you aimed. Go ahead.
It's got to be a success.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, was that crit?
Yeah.
3.
And that's not a crit. It's 5 for a crit.
All right.
Oh,
but your blaster rifle is how much damage?
9.
9. He has a soak of 3 and a wound threshold of 6. So as the blaster bolt hits him, you do the math, baby. Heavy blaster. He like, as he comes back from the swing of you, he kind of looks at you and tries to like kind of like stare you out and intimidate you, and then a blaster bolt just rocks him and he falls to the ground.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll use. Should I take? I'll shout back to Took. You need to grab Zeki and leave now.
I told you that already.
And I am refusing.
I refuse.
I refuse.
Then I do.
Arguing over this dead Gamorrean.
Is it another PC's turn? Yeah, I'm gonna go now then. As I was saying that, as I cross over past him, So these ones aren't engaged with the burning one anymore, or are they?
Yeah, they are on the grid.
Are they?
Fact.
They're technically engaged with him.
Yeah, all of the remaining enemies are engaged with him.
Oh, I'm gonna burn the same burning one.
So as he's on the ground, you can kind of like fan your flame to hit all of them.
With them, yeah.
Cool. He's on the.
already on fire.
He's prone. I'm gonna add a blue dice to your hit because you're in melee and he's just on the ground.
I'm gonna aim as well.
Made it super easy for you because it should be easy.
So
and it's gonna be
2
an
blue dice?
average difficulty check. Yeah, 2 blue dice. He
Right,
is still wearing armor, so I'll give him the black dice still, but we'll see.
He is the cybernetic eye one.
Yeah, absolutely hits. And I won't even make you roll the crit because his wounds are low enough where that fire, you see like the flames in the heat burn more intensely on him, and he just stops screaming. He is dead. The other two, you managed to fan the flames so that they lick around the door and hit them, and they take a little bit more burn damage. And this Gamorrean guard takes some as well. I think he has how many? What's his capacity? I remember. Yeah. Cool. All right.
As I do that, I imagine that I burn through and I jump through over his over his body and into this space here.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Cool. That's your turn.
That's the end of my turn, yeah.
Who hasn't gone this round?
Hello.
Me, I'm going to, at this moment, as I'm kind of keeping an eye on and seeing bit disappearing, I'm going to get the comic out and I'm going to call up Z, I guess, because Z is the one that I think is most reliable to respond.
Yeah.
With my comlink, and I'm just going to kind of bring it up and put it to my mouth under my cloak and just say, "What's happening?"
We have Zakian, but we're under attack. I think we almost have it under control, but I'm not certain.
Can you escape? They're preparing up here.
I think we
Timo
can
is
escape
arming
through.
himself.
I think we can escape in time. Get yourself out.
You sure?
I am positive, yes.
With that, I guess I'll mix with the crowd. I'll give one last look to see Mosey's still there.
He is still there. Still, you watch now as there's like 10 guards surrounding him, and they kind of like fan out and begin to make their way out of sight, and Timo begins to move as well. They all begin to make their way out of sight and into the arena somewhere.
Into the...
the outside of the Colosseum.
Okay. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just kind of mix with the crowd and begin to make my way out that way. And I think I'm gonna be looking out for like large groups of like the Gamorrean guards and stuff.
As you blend in with the crowd, I mean, at this point, it's obvious what's going on. There's something is wrong. Everyone has noticed that what's happening with Timo now, and the crowd are leaving in droves. There's a lot of people to blend in with. That's not a problem. As you're panning around looking for guards, make a perception check to see on your way out of the main sort of entrance of this area. I will add a black dice because there's lots of crowds, but in fact, actually, I'll just make it a hard check.
Okay.
Go for it.
Just check in. Okay. Perception check. Perception. Boom.
You kind of pan around. You do see guards every now and then along the streets, but you don't see a specific large group of guards or a heavy presence. But you do see every now and then a guard making their way round towards where you know the fight is going on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll slow down my like exit then. Not like halting, but so that I'm like very obviously out of the loop. But I guess like maybe slow myself down enough that if a large group does come potentially in the next few moments, shall we say, that I can perhaps do something. So
Sure.
that'll be me, I guess. Am I
Okay.
outside the arena then?
Yeah, at this point you'd be out in that kind of like surrounding area where you can see like the streets of my shooter splitting off.
Okay. I know this is a bit weird.
where the
'cause obviously
vendors
I'm not
are.
in the combat.
No, it's fine. It's just how it's
Alright.
worked out, innit?
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Alright.
say that. Just one last question.
Yeah.
Obviously it was kind of circular. What position am I around from that Colosseum on that main map?
You're on the northwest side, so on your west would be
Like
the palace.
Yeah, so between the
North-
T-Mobile
Be the
Tower
palace and the spaceport.
and the bay.
You're on that
Yeah,
side.
Cool.
All right.
Excellent. That's me.
Yeah, you got the best escape position, really. Okay. True. All right, back to the top of initiative. There's only a couple of guards left. What are you guys up to? What's your plan? Who's going first?
If someone, I would like to go as soon as possible, but if anyone else wants to go
No,
first,
you
I'm
go,
fine
you go.
with them back. I wanna fire at. Are these two in the room, or is one of them outside of the room?
They are both still in cover, and now Took, you're like out the doorway now, and you can see them to your left and right.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't realize it's Gamorrean guard was still here. Okay, I'll use my maneuver to kind of like. I don't even know if this uses a maneuver, but to step back so that I'm not within melee of him anymore. If that's possibly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fine. You're allowed to do that.
And then shoot him. And I'll take 2 strains to a maneuver as well.
All right. Go ahead.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you immediately blast him through his chest, and you see like a spray of like mist of blood that's been superheated by the blaster bolt, and he just falls to his knees and collapses dead.
Beautiful. I think that's everything spent for my turn.
All right, Gamorrean guards are done. Next player.
As I come through the door, I think I'll use a maneuver. I'll like seeing the one on my left. I'll arc my blade round and like do a slash on him, like aim for his like shoulder.
Well,
Oh,
to
no,
your left.
armpit.
Okay.
Yeah,
You go for an aim as well. You said.
aim. It's yeah.
All right. I'm going to say that they do not get the cover bonus, even though they have taken cover. You have gotten past it, so yeah. Go ahead and roll.
And I have to do a melee because my sword doesn't work.
That's right. Major success, and that is them
lovely,
dead
yeah.
as well. Where was you
Yeah.
aiming for?
The armpit, so it's probably like
Like
an
a-
upper cut the arm off kind of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be a crit, I think.
Straight off, and then you see like the blood begin to pour, and he just drops to the ground.
And I'll start moving my way out, keeping an eye behind, making sure they're all right. Just assessing if there's anyone in front coming in
All
through
right.
the front.
The last one runs past you and starts to run out into the crowd. I don't want any part of this! It just runs away. And you see now that you're outside, Took, and Bip Bip as well, you notice there are a lot more members of the crowd now exiting from your north and your south, both sides. And they are flooding out into the streets around the arena, the Colosseum.
So am I now there? Can I see Took?
So you round the corner and you watch this Weequay guard run past. I don't want any part of this! And Took standing there with a bloody sword. Some dead bodies behind him.
Looks like you dealt with this one. Are we going?
Yeah, we're off. They're on their way behind us.
Let us. We still need to use this crowd.
Disperse the crowd.
But Zakian, is he good?
He's alive. He's a bit beaten up, but he's alive.
Okay. Let's get him and go.
As that's going on, I look at Z and I go, I need my things. And then can I do a perception check to see if any of my stuff's here?
Yeah, you absolutely could do that. Perception check in this room right now. I'll make it an average check. You look around the room. You haven't seen any kind of storage in this room.
Do you have any idea where they will be?
Do I? do
you
maybe
can,
a lore
you
check?
can attempt to remember. I'll make it hard. Actually, I'm gonna say this is just saying you don't remember. The last thing you remember is like coming out of that like carbonite state, and you were already imprisoned by that point. All your stuff was gone. Actually, no, because it was carbonated with you. Roll a law check.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm overthinking things.
Ready?
Yeah. You vaguely remember having it when you was in the palace, but you don't know how much time has passed or where it would have gone. Don't have your memory specifically of that.
It's gotta be somewhere here, surely.
I would actually like Z to also make a law check.
Okay.
Give me a moment. This will be easier than that.
Let me know when you're ready.
My headphones are dying, so I'm just rapidly getting the wire out. Yeah, I'm ready. Z, it's not too long ago you were imprisoned here by yourself, along with everyone else here. And all of your stuff was taken. And you remember there being actual proper holding cells in the main palace where you guys were held, so that could be a lead. But other than that,
Okay, I'll look down at him. If it's anywhere, it'll be in the main palace, which isn't here. We just need to get you out. And I'll offer him a hand.
And he walks over to Z and goes, I need my stuff, and then just drops. Put him back unconscious.
I'll try and catch him as he drops if I can.
yeah, that's fine.
I think I would have come back at this point, seeing they haven't came out.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'd head back.
What's going on? We need to hurry.
And I'll pick Zakian back up in time on my front.
What was the holdup?
Zakian wants his things, but if they're anywhere, they'll be in the palace. I don't think it's even reasonable for us to retrieve them.
Shit. He had the lightsaber.
Affirmative.
There's a way, but you need to go back to the ship.
We still need to get everything back.
We need to get out of here first.
Get him with his family, and then we try and get his stuff back.
I'm gonna go over to one of the Weequay bodies, and I'm gonna start changing.
Yeah, their clothes are partially burnt.
Yeah.
But you can fit in one of them. Yeah. I would say the armor on the main guy is ruined.
Yeah.
In the intense heat that he suffered.
I'll probably say when I'm doing this as well, if I can find anything like any kind of.
Yeah, I'll say that if you do, you would probably search all of them, right?
Yeah.
Pat them down, and on the main fella, you do find somewhat slightly damaged, but in looking in good nick, like past like security keycard type deal.
Is his comlink fucked as well?
His comlink is damaged.
You go back to the ship. Get him back on board.
I'm not leaving without you, Took.
I'll be fine.
No,
I
you
know the
won't.
palace as well. He's right. We can't let him have that weapon.
I can't leave you alone.
Let's go back to the ship first. You take off. We gotta use this crowd while we can. We gotta hurry.
You do start to hear the footfall of what you assume to be maybe guards heading this way.
Quick.
Yep, I'll
Let's
start going.
Let's
Head
get
into
into
the
the
crowd.
ship, and then we can figure out what we're going to do. And then I'm gonna comlink a Kalau.
Yeah.
Did you did you get out?
Can I? Oh fuck.
I mean, you can do what you were going to do first if you wanted to, before our comlink.
No, I guess it makes sense that the amount of time that's passed, right, that probably would have got out by this point. with how busy it is. Sure. So what did you say again?
Okay, just
Just thinking timing.
Carlisle, did you get out?
Yes, I'm outside. I just saw people heading towards the interior. There's more people coming. Are you out yet?
We say good. We say heading back to the ship to get Zack in safe.
Good. He's still with you?
He's good. Meet you at the ship.
Sure.
Okay. Then I'll relay that to everyone.
I'm gonna then comlink the ship.
Yeah, you can comlink the ship.
Gonna keep kind of buzzing until someone answers the comm in the
You hear the voice of Zakin's father. Yeah, hello. Is everything all right?
Yes, it is Carlisle. I need whichever one of you is capable of prepping a ship to do so immediately. We need to leave as soon as possible.
It's all right. We'll get on it. Is everything okay?
Yes. No time for questions. Just get it done.
All right. He does that. Well,
And then I'm going to be saying that as I'm kind of going from like a brisk walk to a kind of light jog to catch up with the kind of crowd, I guess, but then try and split off towards the spaceport.
so as you guys start to head down that main street through the massive crowds here, Kalo, you seem to have avoided what you hear behind you. The sound of much more guards kind of like heading towards that area of the arena. Like another group, the 10 that I had mentioned before. You begin to see those kind of like fan out around the arena. 5 go to the left, 5 go to the right, and they begin to sort of spread out. The rest of you guys, are you heading away from the arena, or are you heading directly north towards the...
Using the crowd, I think we'd try and use the crowd.
Because the crowds are splitting off around all of these side roads you can see on the map. Some of them are heading down towards the traders. Some of them are heading out through this kind of like alleyways here. Some of them are heading up towards the customs office.
Do we know about the Dewback stables?
Could you whack the map on the screen? So
Oh, sorry, I thought you guys could
Yeah, we're on
see
the
it.
arena.
Yeah.
I know that. Do we know about the Dewback stables?
You would have seen it
Or-
before. Because you were in that cantina. That's where you guys met. Well, not met, but first like hid out from the law in that cantina down there. So you've definitely seen the Dubat stables.
Are there crowds moving towards the
There's people
Dewback
heading
stables?
towards south, yeah, for sure.
I've got an idea. Let's follow fat out towards this crowd here. Going south.
You also want to go away from this spaceport?
Yes, momentarily. Do you not remember when we were here last time? There was a stable for the Dewback.
I don't remember what I did yesterday, but sure.
Those big green mounts. You can get on a couple of them.
And then walk through the center of town?
No, we could use them as a distraction. Let them
Why
out.
don't we just head back to the ship?
Means to think we should just head back to the ship.
Fine. I just think they'll be coming from that direction. That's where the exit was.
We need to move, and we need to move fast. And I'm gonna kind of like try and grab Took and kind of like start running and bring him with me. Kind of give you a kickstart to...
Plus, Carlisle is already heading to the ship. We
Fine,
need to get there as quickly as possible.
So you start heading
Towards the ship, yeah.
towards the ship. All right. As you guys start heading north, you see a group of kind of like more elite-looking hut guards, dressed in like mostly leather but metallic armor, with more ornamental style vibro axes that seem to have like some sort of like blaster mechanism in them. And I'm gonna need you all to roll stealth checks to blend in, unless you want to roll. I'm gonna allow cool as well to blend in. If you're trying to like, you know what I mean, like play it cool. I'm saying.
So I get a boost dice to my stealth checks, which I've forgotten about forever.
Okay, so let's do Z first. So you get 1 blue dice, is that it? 1 blue?
Yes.
Alright, I'm also going to give you guys a blue dice because you're in the busy crowd.
Well, that was a law check.
That was an old law check, I guess.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Z.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought...
So Z, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Yes.
Oh.
Critical. All right.
What is that? What is that? Does that still overrides the fail,
we've
right?
always ruled it that it trumps
Yeah.
fails. Even though I don't think that's the intended rule, I just like it.
I think it makes sense.
It seems nice. So, all right. This is a group check, so I'll take that into account. But I will need the rest of you to make the same check with 1 blue dice.
Do you need Sakin to do one who's getting carried?
I should have included that in Z's one, but it's too late now. But no, I don't want you to make one.
Ready?
Should have given you a black dice. I'm gonna give. No, I'm not gonna. Go on.
Yeah, but even if he had a black dice, it still would have got trumped by the crit anyway.
He could have rolled. Oh no, he couldn't have rolled a mega success fail.
So just roll black dice now in case he does.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
Only the red dice can counter the crit.
Okay.
You ready for me to roll cool?
Yes, sir.
Alright, stealth.
Ooh.
Oh.
Stealth for Took, and another success with a crit. Alright. That satisfies me.
Crits to come out tonight.
You guys are able to blend in with a thick group of the crowd, and as the guards sort of like glance and scan to try and look for you, bit with your hood up, you blend in nicely. Z with your, I guess you can still put your hood up, but your cloak's being used at the same time. It's okay. And Took, you just blend in here. You are able to bypass the bulk of these guards and head north, past the barracks, past the customs office. Kalo, you arrive first at the landing bay. And as you peek inside, it looks quiet, looks empty still. The ship, you can see it like sitting in idle, ready to go. And the rest of you guys, not long after, arrive to the spaceport. See Kalo waiting outside for you.
Yeah, head over.
I'll be running straight in. I'll be running into the ship with Zakian.
Yeah, you go running straight through. Run straight to the ship. All of you bundle onto the ship with your companion. His family all kind of like look over like excitedly, trying to see if you've got him.
First thing I'll do is untie him and hand him to like the older members of
his
the
mum
family.
Bursts through. Oh! You got him. You got him.
He's a little worse for wear, but he's
Let's
okay.
Let's get him to the med bay. He needs to rest.
And I'll carry him in there for them and lay him out on the table.
Lay him out on the table. All right. What are you guys doing now that you're on the ship? Are you picking up and leaving, or are you staying?
Fly out.
Yeah.
I think the best idea is we can fly out of Moshua. We can land a little bit out, take a speeder in. At night, we can get the stuff back.
Yeah, we still need to get the stuff back. We can't leave till then.
All right.
Okay. I'll head straight to the cockpit and start leaving the dock.
All right. Pick up. Fly in a random direction into the desert. Find a spot to land. And your plan is to wait.
Till nightfall.
In that time that passes, is there anything that you guys need to do? Zakian, you're laying in the medical room. Your mother by your side and lots of your kind of like sisters and brothers all kind of like waiting to see.
He doesn't wake up.
Alright. Well
Have
then,
you got any stim packs?
does anyone have any stim packs?
I'm all out.
I don't know.
I meant to pick some up when we was on Nashidar, but I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot to too.
Yeah, I meant to see if I could buy a bomb.
We can say that you would have bought some on Shadar. That is fine because it's just a. You wanted to buy a bomb.
Yeah, let's
like
just
a
not
prank.
gloss over that.
Okay, well we're not. I'm not going to say that you bought one of those, but medical supplies. We can say that medical supplies were included in your order, and we just add another 100 credits.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I can take that off. Yeah.
And we'll say that I had a med kit that has. I think they have like 4 stim packs in. Is it? I don't
4
remember.
stim packs.
We'll
yeah.
say 4 stim packs.
I'll write that on the ship
medical bay
itinerary. So yeah, I'll write 3 stim packs. So I'll use 1 stim pack on.
All right. So you thrust that stim pack into Zakian. Zakian, you heal 5 wounds. Heal for 5 wounds, and you feel that like rush of energy hit you as a moment of consciousness hits you. You pan around the room. In the medical bay, you see your family, like a lot of your family, as many as can fit here, and Took, attempting to nurse you back to health.
Why are you all here?
Your mum just brings you in for a hug.
I read the room and I leave.
All right.
Why are you not on chat?
Things didn't quite work out on chat, but that's okay. You're safe. You're safe. She just hugs you really tight. Steps back for a moment. All your family, like, are just looking at you. Are you okay? What happened? How did you get yourself in such bad trouble here?
I don't even really know. I mean, I owed him some money, but I didn't think it would come to this.
It's not important. You're safe now. She like looks around to a lot of the young, like your family, and she's like, children, could I go? Your brother needs some time to rest. And they all kind of like leave the room, and it's just you and your mum. What Zizi was doing on Chad, it didn't quite go very well.
What do you mean?
Well, your friend, he told us that it all went a bit wrong, and that the Empire knew that it was Zizi, and by extension they would want to kill us all, so we had to flee. But, you know, life on Chad wasn't like it used to be, so perhaps this is a good chance for a fresh start. I think we're going to Naboo to try and start a life there.
Well, if it's anything like the show, then that's gonna be good. Where's Zizi?
I don't know.
You mean she's not on? Why is she not here?
She was not with your friends. I think the Empire may have captured her.
Oh, no. I'll get her back.
I'm sure, but for now you need to rest. Before you think about being a hero, you need to rest.
And then he lays down. And I assume she leaves him.
She says, I'll get you some food. She leaves the room. All that you have on you right now are the clothes on your back. All of your tools, your credits, your weapons are not with you. Did you have a holdout blaster, or was that someone else?
That I did have one. That was me, yeah.
In the prison wallet.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I didn't.
You don't have. You do have the blaster you took from Z, but that's it. But don't delete it from your sheet just yet, in case we get it back.
Yeah.
That would be a pain in the ass. Right? But as you lay there in the medical room on the cold It's a padded bed. You kind of think to yourself, how does Kalal sleep here all the time? One. But, you know, is there anything you wish to do, Zatkin, as you lay there staring at the ceiling in the medical bay? No.
Or you just sleep.
Alright, as you find rest, and the rest of you wait for nightfall to plot whatever happens next. On the planet where we began our journey, the twin suns begin to set. And that is where we'll end tonight's episode.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Did not think it was going to go that way.
Christmas special.
Happy Christmas, everyone!
I think
Happy holidays and happy.
it could have gone.
That was not
I mean,
too bloody.
if Mitch was planning us to fight the Rancor, I'd
Rancor,
say that
yeah.
was a success.
Yeah.
I imagine you would end up fighting one of the creatures. That was my plan. But as everyone who's DM knows, things never go to plan.
What would have happened if Zed walked into that cage?
You would definitely have been attacked.
Okay, fair enough. I'm glad that you kind of, stopped that from happening.
But in my head, I was like, I feel deep for just letting him walk in there. Like, uh-oh. But yeah, thanks so much for joining us this evening,
It's also
guys.
the way of the roles, because what if Took rolled that he was allowed to go in and see Zakin?
That's true. I was kind
Beat
of,
him
I was
up,
like,
yeah.
oh, that'd be good. But thank
Yeah,
you so much for the raid, Captain Schmeichel. I appreciate that. And anyone who hung around to watch, welcome. We are Natural Wonders. You did catch us on the last episode of the year. A rescue mission. Mostly successful. We'll see how things pan out in the new year. Please feel free to follow the channel, join the Discord, follow us on Twitter. Is there anything anyone needs to say?
XP.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can we play next week?
Yeah, please. I'm gonna miss playing.
we're gonna be busy because it's Christmassy times.
Oh.
But XP, I'm feeling generous, and that was a good session. As a Christmas bonus, you can all have 20
Ooh.
experience points.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
that's going to be
go.
spent nicely on a few good.
Goodies.
Yeah, I need to get
Enjoy
spending.
it.
I've got a lot in the bank.
Yeah, you got to power up your force abilities. That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Well, if there's nothing else left to say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. Please do your best to stay safe in this chaotic time. We won't see you next Monday, but we will see you next year. And may the force be with you. Good
Oh,
night.
beautiful.
Bye-bye.
Bye! Merry Christmas!
Merry Crimble.